Are there different kinds of DNA? Are there different kinds of DNA? Are there different kinds of DNA? My brain is frying.
Hey everybody, it's me, Will, here doing a live video where I'm going to be digging into episode 2 of Escape the Invasion's first season. We're doing Omega Protocol, everybody, and I mean to spoil it as much as possible. The premise of the story is that there has been an alien invasion. Not only that, there has also been a virus wiping out humanity. We are one of the few people who have survived. We are living in an underground bunker, the Nax bunker, N-A-C-S, which is an anagram? I can't think of the proper word, but you know what I'm talking about. NAC stands for the North American Communications Surveillance. So we're living in this surveillance thing. It's like a secret government bunker, basically. In this new version of society, there's a hierarchy to the world. There are A-level people, B-level people, C-level people, and D-level people. We are a C-level person. We are playing as C117. Whatever that means, whoever that means we are, that's who we are. By being a C-level, that means that we are a skilled worker. We are just above the general population. The 117 means that we are the 117th person to be admitted into the Nax bunker. So there are not a lot of people here. There's only 100 some odd people that live in this bunker. And here's the deal. What people are doing is, first and foremost, of course, trying to survive. But then there are also people within this society that are trying to study, that are trying to advance science and understand the aliens, to understand the virus, how can we survive, and so on. Where we enter the story is that B005, Persephone Grace, has died. I don't really want to... I think she was murdered. I think the point of the game is to find out who killed her. But all I know at this point in the story is that she is dead. She was found outside the bunker. She left. What was she doing? Was she trying to escape? Was she trying to leave everybody behind? Obviously, I think that she was probably doing something noble and got murdered. It's just the structure of storytelling. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't trying to leave everybody behind. She escaped, and then somebody probably killed her somehow, and I'm going to try to figure out what the deal was. We are in contact with somebody who calls themselves The Contact. They have asked for our help to figure out what happened to Persephone Grace. And so in episode 1, most of what I was doing was trying to get the lay of the land and understand who the people are in this story. And so to that end, I'm going to show you, because I'm holding it over from episode 1. I've got this document. This is a list of, I think, basically our suspects. We were given a sheet where we can fill out bit by bit information about some key people. There's Layla Marielle Woods. I've been tasked with figuring out what is their name designation. So Layla Marielle Woods is evidently A001. The skills they have are, they're the mind behind Patricia. Patricia being an artificial intelligence computer system that seems to be in charge of everything, basically. There's Alexander Yugniz Petroshevic, also known as Alosha. They have admin privileges over Alosha. Their number is A002. Their title is Head of Security and Cybersecurity. There is Matthias Gabriel Lind, A003, Head of Maintenance. There's Dr. Cyril Faramond, A004, who is a psychologist and conflict mediator. And there's Agent 007, Special Agent Shepard Lee Oswald, Head of Law Enforcement. And I think, because I was given this sheet to start, that because I'm trying to track these people, and our contact said these people all hold positions of power and influence in the community in one way or another, if there's anything dubious going on, chances are at least one of them is involved. Here's a place outside of Patricia's field of vision where you can keep track of your findings about them. So I'm going to continue to try to fill out this sheet, I think, over the course of the season, probably. And the more that I learn about these people, probably the closer I can come to finding a motive or an opportunity they would have had to get Persephone Grace killed. Where I left off last time is that there's a website. There's a website in the game world where you can log in as somebody who lives in this Nax facility. Or maybe it's like you have to have certain clearance. Whatever. I was able to get clearance. And there are a bunch of personnel files. There are details on everybody. And in addition to that, I believe it was, man, whose name did I like abuse to get through? I kind of want to say it was Alosha. I was able to get to sort of a secret version of the site where I could get even more data through one of the players. Let me log in the way that I was able to log in last time, and let's double check. Here, let's go. So this is the website. I just logged in using my credentials from episode 1. So I have a feeling if I log in with my credentials from this episode, things will be a little bit different. That's probably how they guard progressing story info, so that, you know, episode 1 website doesn't have stuff from episode 3 or something like that. Anyway, in the directory of episode 1, by looking at the council, there was a hint that, yes, it was Alosha. There was a hint that Alosha had installed a backdoor. You can see none of the names of anybody are clickable, except Alosha made it so that one of his children's names were clickable. And using a password, I was able to get to a secret version of this website that Alosha built, so that he could store information about people. And quite frankly, maybe I should just go ahead and keep that version of this open, because I'm sure it'll be worthwhile having it to refer to. So why don't I just go ahead and follow my own previous steps to do that? The answer to this was to look at this patch that we got. And so it was going by the stars on the patch: little, big, little, big, big, little, big. Enter. There we go. And we're into the secret version of the site. And I think that some of the information that we got from here as it pertains to Persephone Grace's death was that there was like a malfunctioning emitter. And I'm not sure if it got the aliens' attention or if it prevented her from being able to block the aliens. But either way, it seems like somebody tampered with sensitive equipment that Persephone Grace had, and in doing so, it allowed the aliens to kill her. And yeah, I think that brings us to this episode that I'm on now. And so I'm going to let's go kind of clue by clue and try to piece out what to do next. So, in sort of like classic hunt-a-killer style fashion, I've got another letter from somebody who's going to be able to set me up for what I need to do. In this game, we're talking to the contact, who is essentially sneaking us files from people to try to figure out what the hell happened to Persephone. So in reading this letter, I want to make a few notes, because I noticed that it's hard for me to keep track of people's names and numbers. And in this letter, they continually refer to certain things. So in this letter, the contact says, I've secured a few documents for you, some of which have been yet again clandestinely misplaced into your hands, and some of which B017 neglected to look after. I want to make sure I track who these people being referenced are, because it's going to be important for keeping track of motives and everything. I hope that you will help with what I need you to do. I also did a bit of snooping and discovered that B005's field notes, B005 being Persephone Grace, some of her field notes were in A003's personal quarters. So why were Persephone Grace's notes in that person's field quarters? I'm convinced he stole them from Persephone Grace's recovered inventory right under B037's watch. So I want to quickly I think we've got A003 from our list of suspects. Matthias, looks like. Matthias, Gabriel, Lind. So, So Matthias had Persephone Grace's field notes And he snuck them out from B37. I'm not sure who B37 is, but maybe we can figure that out from the mainframe. Some of the other things that are going on, it seems like Patricia, the AI system that controls everything, Patricia has alerted everybody that there's been like a cyber attack, that somebody stole classified files. And I'm pretty sure they're talking about us, because at the end of episode 1, I snuck in, I was able to get all these files about what happened to Persephone Grace for real and rocket them off to the contact. I forgot to mention that. I secretly got these files and sent them to this contact of ours. So now I'm sure that they're looking for us and that we are being viewed as some sort of a cyber hacker, cyber world star, which is my new AIM screen name. Anyway, some of the other things that the contact gave us, which I've got right here in the box. I love this thing. This is a USB drive with a little leather belt. I've never seen anything like it. I deliberately have not plugged this into my computer yet, and I think maybe it's going to be the first thing that I do here just for the sake of fun and seeing what the hell is on this thing. So here's what's up with it. From the contact's own letter. I entrust to your protection a USB which was found wrapped in the necklace B005, that's Patricia, would always wear, and I'm curious as to why she left it behind. The USB might have the information we're looking for, hopefully some insight into what her motives were, but I do not dare risk cracking its contents open near others who live and work so close to me. It must be you. When you find what you're looking for, connect the USB to your computer terminal and tell Patricia the word Ryloth to establish a secure channel. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in first, even though it's the last thing I'm supposed to do, because I want to see what will happen. Okay. Please insert the last disc of the multi-volume set and click OK to continue. Sure, I'll just click OK now. I don't know. So I'm able to view hidden files. Meaning, like, literally, Windows has an option to view hidden files, and there are a few. Okay, I've got a zip file, meaning this is a compressed folder with other stuff in it. There's autopsy notes and an open this JPEG. Oh, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, do I want to save this for later? Because the contact said to do it last? All right, I at least have an idea. Of what's in here. A PDF and a JPEG, an image. Okay. All right. Now that I have some idea of what we're eventually going to get, I'm going to leave this alone just for the time being. I don't want to spoil the surprise if it's supposed to come later. Look at this. This message won't go away. Insert the last disc of the multi-volume set and click OK. Maybe I wouldn't even be able to open that without doing something else. Whatever. I'll just cancel out of that for now. Okay. So anyway, why don't we jump to, let's just keep going through some of my my list of stuff. So the contact is talking about all these things that were found on Persephone Grace's body. Here's why. I've got this summary of the expedition team's findings when they went out to Persephone's body. So here are the supplies that Matthias approved of and which Jordan Kim carried out. Supplies taken, a hazmat suit, a duffel bag, and a rifle. Returned, a hazmat suit, a duffel bag, and a rifle. So I'm guessing, I think I read in my unboxing, I think I read that as like, this is what was found, but I think this is instead the stuff that Jordan borrowed to go up, be able to do this exploration here. Jillian says, do I always do as I am told? The answer, when it comes to these games, yes. Absolutely, yes, because I want to see them. There's a pacing to storytelling, and Will Rogers in general, I want to, because I'm a big fan of like escape rooms and stuff, I want to break things. I want to like game the system, and I want to find all the loopholes and stuff. If you've ever watched my like previous videos with Hunt a Killer and Empty Faces, you've probably seen me occasionally try to break the sequence of events. But I don't know, the vibe I'm feeling right now, I kind of want to watch this story develop. We're still at the beginning, we're still just in episode 2. I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Anyway, Anyway, here I think in this recovered material section, we're going to get some interesting information. This is the stuff that was presumably on Persephone Grace's body out in the middle of the world, which, by the way, we saw a photograph of in episode 1, which is crazy. You can watch that video and all my other Hunt a Killer, Empty Faces, Escape the Invasion videos by going to talkbomb.com or youtube.com/talkbomb and looking up these videos. They're super fun. Anyway. So an item, a backpack, heavily damaged. Hazmat suit number 7, heavily damaged. Notes found inside backpack. There was a ULF emitter and remote, which were heavily damaged. I believe that's the thing that I think somebody tampered with that ended up getting her killed. Bandages, which were unused. An anti-diarrheal. Ibuprofen. Hydrogen peroxide, which was heavily damaged. A flashlight. Batteries were intact. Boots. A jacket, which was heavily damaged, a knife, and a hand axe. Here is the summary from Jordan. Here's what I recovered from Persephone. I know Simone wants the body back to examine, but I'm not bringing her into the base. It's way worse in person than it looks on the security photo, and no one needs to see Persephone like that. There's no way her body would pass decontamination anyway. I'm not saying anything to the general population about what I saw, so tell the facility whatever you want. And I guess this is for now Matthias to make a determination of whether to share this with people or not. This was mission 122. The expected duration was 2 hours. So I guess Persephone is not that far from the base, her body. Another clue that we had, these are the field notes that I think were found in was it Matthias? Yeah, the field notes that were found in Matthias's personal quarters. So Matthias approved of Jordan doing this to get Persephone's stuff and then stole these field notes away. And so this is, I think these numbers are like day markers, 1816, 1817, 1818. I think this is basically saying like, this is day 1816, I think. Yo, Troy, how's it going? So 1816 is the first field note that we've got here. And I believe Persephone is saying, I can't believe I made it out here. I actually left. I made sure to avoid the perimeter cameras, so hopefully no one has noticed I'm gone yet. Too scared to take the suit off, but soon. 1 day later, I did it. I took off the suit last night. I'm terrified. My heart is still pounding, but the air tastes so sweet. I just want to cry. If these are my last days, it's worth it. Now, throughout the rest of these notes, a couple of observations. 1, I think what's happening, my theory as of this moment, is that Persephone Grace thinks that she has a way to cure the alien virus. And what she was intending to do by leaving the facility, which everyone's debating, was she leaving people behind? Was she trying to run away? Was she just crazy? I think what she was doing was testing a theory that she had cured the virus. So she left, she took off her hazmat suit, and she's willing to die to test whether or not she has found a way of eradicating the illness, or I don't know, whatever the hell, blocking it, whatever. The other observation about this series of notes, which is very found footagey, right? To find notes in somebody's own handwriting, in their own word, like first person, very found footage, very Blair Witch. These notes feel so much like the Earthbreak podcast, which is in the same world as this, obviously. And I'm one of the producers of, and the podcast is also written by Morgan Ormond, who headed up this game. But like a lot of the stuff in here is about like Persephone having pears for the first time, hiding in an attic, being aware of the sounds of aliens getting closer and closer. It feels so much like the show. And it's just like there's a different viewpoint into the world, because the events, the backdrop of the show, the alien invasion of the podcast where Jenny Slate is trying to survive and she's trying to keep herself alive so she can give birth to a baby. Those events take place in the same universe as this. However, the circumstances are totally different. Jenny Slate was somebody who was completely on her own. Her story is a story of loneliness and vulnerability and survival.
this story is sort of almost like a conspiracy about the remnants of a society. It's like a paranoia story. But here, in these field notes of Patricia out in the world alone, I feel like we're able to see sort of a crossover between the two. We're able to see in the Venn diagram, we're able to see where the overlap is, and the same kinds of things happen to people. And so it was, I don't know, it gave me like a real nostalgia for a show that I'm very proud of and that I very much care about. And it was really fun to read this. By the way, I should say, you can all go subscribe to the podcast Earthbreak on every single podcast app, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, whatever you use, basically, it's there. There's 6 episodes. It's super fun. It's probably one of the most satisfying artistic projects I've ever been associated with. And I really love it. And this made me love it all the more and kind of miss it. So go check that out. Anyway, these notes also suggest, because you can see here, what would this be, 5 days after Persephone Grace left? This is why I think what I think about her testing something with the virus. Day 5, I feel fine. There is no virus. I've still got a few days to travel. I'm running low on food, but I should be able to make it back. The next day, I heard the sounds again last night. I'm almost positive it's them. I swear I could feel them stalking around the tree I was in. I just want to throw up thinking about it. After that, now she's been gone for a week. I'm almost back, just a few more hours. No nausea, no fatigue. The virus is gone. Everyone is going to hate me for breaking protocol, but it was all worth it. We now have proof that things are finally turning around. So, what are the ramifications of finding a cure to the alien virus? 1, obviously these notes prove the thing that we all probably theorized but didn't have full confirmation of. Persephone Grace did not intend to die. She didn't want to die. She didn't think she was going to die. Well, she thought she might die, but it'd be worth it for the test. 2, if you were to prove that there is no alien virus, are people hiding out in the bunker purely because of the aliens, or might they feel like they can go out into the world and make their own life? Does this risk destroying the NACS unit? Are people going to lose power if the denizens of that little world decide that they would be safe above ground as well? Relatively safe. I mean, there's still aliens, but at least you're not going to start puking and fall over dead. So I honestly think that these very notes are probably the part of somebody's motive. Persephone had found a cure. And as much as it's great to be like, rah, rah, there's a cure to this virus that killed a bunch of people, it would also risk ripping apart the society as they know it. That's my theory. All right, we've also got this cybersecurity incident report, which I kind of referenced before. I think that they're starting to get paranoid that we, meaning like the collective we's, resident C117, that we have broken into the system. I don't know. But you can see here that the incident details say, security system mainframe was attacked and broken into. Highly sensitive information was stolen. Sensitive information contained matters of national security, as well as decades worth of data on foreign matters. Original data during Cold War breached. Wait a minute. Whatever. Data during facility reconstruction and implementation of Patricia system breached. The date is redacted. Has the matter been reported to law enforcement? No. Incident status unresolved. Is the incident related to a high-profile event? Yes, they say. And this report was filed by Alosha, Alexander U. Petroshevic. And I don't know, it's top secret. Security services outsourced? No. Gateway outsourced? No. But then I've got all these notes. I've got all these notes that I had a hard time reading. Day 30. Look at this. Look at how confusing this is. Day 30, I want to say. Report has been submitted. Agent has been assigned to case as high priority. Badge number. I've got this. Maybe I should take some notes on these things, actually. Right? Couldn't hurt. Let me go ahead and take some notes. Because I want to be able to like copy and paste stuff and have things pop off the page. if possible. So whatever, I'll put it over here. Badge, I think, is XF90D053, maybe? Anyway, agency FBI. I have done some digging myself. I do not trust bureaucracy. Too slow. Agent Oswald is closing in on perpetrator. I have his scribbled out file, but it is mostly redacted information, too sensitive information above my station nonsense. I've been able to extract some information from cyber criminals file, but it is very difficult even for me. Most information is locked behind password I cannot crack. This is most frustrating thing in my entire life. I must know who he is. Then we go from day 30 to day 1829, which 1829 was one of the days that Persephone was out in the world? Or no? No, it's later. So yeah, it probably is us. It's probably been a few days. In the game world, it's probably a few days since since Persephone died. So day 1829 for council. I have dug up this document, my personal copy, and submitted it as evidence of the strange circumstances occurring within Patricia and our security system. You have now not followed up on this, so I'm resubmitting it, and here you all finally see reason. It is happening again, and in some ways someone is hacking your system. Oh, okay, I think I have an idea, but I'll continue reading. If we are not proactive, we may lose control. We will lose our facility to him. We will lose our lives. You do not feel this now, but you will. Do not let this slip by you a second time. Okay. I was originally confused because of the huge gap from day 30 to day 1829. And I was thinking, like, are there two ways that they're keeping track of time? But now I think I get it. 30 days in from whenever the calendar restarted, whatever, 30 days in, somebody hacked their system. And now, what would this be? 1,799 days later, someone's done it again. And I think that's us. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. If it happened on day 30, obviously we didn't do that. We were not admitted to the bunker until recently. I don't know. Either way, Alosha seems to be onto something with someone sneaking into the system. And then obviously there is this message at the bottom written in Russian. The most frustrating thing about it is that it is handwritten in Russian, meaning that I cannot copy the text and do Google Translate because I wouldn't even know how to type these characters to begin with. But we'll see. We'll see how that progresses. I might have to learn some Russian. Some of the other things that I've got this DNA necklace that Persephone wore. I believe it's referenced as having been connected to the USB drive. I've got these things, which I think I'm going to have to build into something. I forget where, maybe it was in the contacts letter where they referred to the system having like printed out some like stuff to mess with. I don't quite remember where it said that, but it was like somebody asked the system for information. Oh, it's right here. You've been provided with more information I found in Alosha's possession. His apprehensive nature is convenient. We can use his paranoia to our advantage. I tried to ask Patricia about these covert data caches he's created, but she couldn't explain it in words. She printed these strange sculptures instead. Alosha likes to spy, so I'm giving them to you. I need you to figure out what it means. Break into the dark web and uncover anything you can. So somehow the Bunch of Crunch sculpture is going to give us information we need about data caches created by Alosha. So I don't know. I'll have to mess with these, but I don't think just yet. And the only reason that I am holding off on that is because I want to examine a few more of the clues. This is another access key to the Nax server. So I've got my password right here so that I can log on, which I think we're going to do in a moment. But first, take a look at this. This is interfacility mail. This is a folder on which a bunch of stuff was written that I don't quite understand yet. But black market exchange rates, one rare cluster PC. I don't know. And then I don't know. I don't know what this says. But anyway, it's black market exchange rates, so I'm sure I'm going to have to do something with that. But then there's also this. This is a letter that Jeremy is not supposed to read. And it's also from Alosha. Alosha seems to be the prime source of all this information and is very, very paranoid. I've told you many times now, Layla, I will never see Patricia in the way that you do. I do not understand all her treat her right, and she has feelings. It is you who needs to stop. Be here in real world with us. As for other more pressing concern, Widdershins is unlucky but has its uses. Only use once. I don't know what. I've also seen something, and then a cipher, maybe. I have my cipher word for a reason, and I know someone has been going through my things. This cipher I keep ciphered, so no one will ever cipher. No one will ever cipher from cipher. I will cipher it with cipher. I never cipher. Statistically, cipher should be cipher, but you never know. Do not trust statistics. It was once thought it was you that maybe it was cipher. You and the rest of the council cipher my concerns. Is our friendship for nothing? Tell me, cipher. Alosha. And then on the back, it says, I believe you, L. Then let's Russian cipher. I don't know. And then there's like another ciphery message. Hydrogen, could you come by the cipher sometime tonight? I just ran some numbers. I want to know your thoughts. Nitrogen, is this about the cipher we've been cipher? See, like I don't know. And they refer to carbon and hydrogen and helium. I don't know. Is the answer to this, and this goes on for several pages, so I'm going to have my work cut out for me. But is the answer like exchange rates? Exchanging one thing for another, is that a clue to the cipher? Question mark? I don't know. So I'm going to go on the internet instead. Instead. Taylor says, maybe something similar 6 years ago. Maybe the contact tried this already in a similar situation, but was caught, and that's why they're acting through you. That's a great point. Jillian says her last note was 1820 or something, and the file's last note was 9 days later. Yeah, so she died, and then it's been like a week-ish, I think, since Persephone's death that I am now being urged by the contact to jump into action. So let's go ahead and try to get into the Nax facility. And I hope I can have 2 instances of this open, because I really want to be able to have the episode 1 version of the site while I access this new version, episode 2 version of the site. So let's copy the password. I'll make sure I don't have extra characters in there just in case it's sensitive. All right, whatever. I'll just type the last H. And let's see. So user is C117, and the new password is that. Don't forget the H. Let's see. Okay, I'm in. I am in. So now what? Let's see. Am I logged into both? Sick. All right, I'm logged into the episode 1 version and the episode 2 version. So let's stay in episode 2 land. So what are like the first things I need to do? Are you pro or anti-lock-in day 1834? Just out of curiosity. I know this is going to be confusing, so I don't want to do this too much, but I would really like to see what day it is per episode 1. You know what I mean? Let's see how much time has passed. 1827, now it's 1834. So what, a week has passed since episode 1? And in episode 1, 48 people were undecided about the lock-in. The lock-in, by the way, is now, I think, going to be the big thing. The idea is, do we lock down the facility and not let anybody else in? Or do we keep the doors open so that new survivors can come in? So episode 1, there was 48% undecided, 32% anti, 19% pro lock-in. Let's see how this has changed. It's changed massively. Now only 19% are undecided. 43% of people are anti-locking the doors, but now 38% of people are pro locking down the doors. That's interesting. A lot of you are saying that the sisters' sermons give you hope about going outside, but other people are saying Counselor Lind is right and that we just can't. I wish people would figure it out so they would stop fighting. Are you pro or anti lock-in? Day. Oh, this shows you. Oh, so okay. So future episodes can still show you the previous poll. Because down here, this is the same thing as episode 1. So that's good to know. So I don't always need to have multiple instances open. Each new episode of Escape the Invasion will come with a new password that will completely override the last month's password, is what I'm taking from this anyway. All right, is there new stuff on the forum? All right, I kind of just want to, I don't know. Let's, boy, what to do? Let's see how much of this stuff is the same. Look at that. Now Alosha's backdoor access is different. Look at that. The link is no longer in Svetlana's name. Now it's in Bowden's name. We are made of the same code. I think I'm going to have to... I wonder if the game is always going to be, here's the general population's internet, find a way to sneak into Alosha's version of the internet. That's interesting. Taylor, you're saying Lind is pro-lock? That's why he stole Persephone's notes? Is that true? I've kind of just been rambling. Why do you say that? Okay, counselor portal permission pending. Ration petition. Boy, this must take so much work to maintain. I want to say, so hazmat suits, this I just want to double check, because it said that on Persephone's body was hazmat suit number 7, heavily damaged, found inside backpack. And on the website, hazmat container number 7 is inactive. I'm assuming that's because of Persephone Grace. Log of use. Well, this is weird, right? Oh, no. On day 1816... Hazmat 7 has no information logged and no return day, because this is Persephone. So she just took it. B37 was the lead on all this stuff. B37 is also the person who is supposed to have had all of this evidence slipped away from them. And it looks like B37 does a lot of going outside, right? B37 even used Hazmat Suit 7 previously, and was seemingly the only person to use that suit until Persephone's deadly expedition. Did I freeze? Am I frozen on your screens? Can you hear me at least? Let me try to do a little refresh of my very own. Interesting. Optimal conditions, suit type. I want to find out who B37 is. I think maybe I'll just do that now. Resident directory. B37 is Jordan. Jordan Kim. Am I frozen on your screen? Can you hear me I don't seem to be frozen on my own screen, just for the record. Just checked. B37 is Jordan Kim, who went on the expedition. So just for the added context, let me go back to this note. Now I almost wonder if this is a typo, but I'm gonna still look it up. So from the contact letter, some of these documents are things which B17 neglected to look after. B17 neglected to look after them. I hope will help with what I need you to do. I also did a bit of snooping and discovered Persephone Grace's field notes in Matthias's personal quarters. I'm convinced he stole them from Persephone Grace's recovered inventory right under Jordan Kim's watch. Why would he want her notes in the first place? So Jordan Kim, because Jordan recovered this stuff, is supposed to have them. Now I feel like they're using B17 and B37 interchangeably, which makes me wonder if this is a typo in the letter. But I'm going to go ahead and look up B17 regardless. B17 is Jeremy. Okay, maybe it's not a typo, because Jeremy is like a teenager, like a wacky teenager. That's why there are all those notes about like, don't Don't read this, Jeremy. Let's see. Some of which B-17 neglected to look after. Okay, good to know. So Jeremy was supposed to look after them, but somehow they were under Jordan Kim's watch. I guess maybe Jeremy and Jordan somewhat interchangeably are supposed to be watching stuff. Whatever. Okay. All these deceased people. Boy. Rations I don't think are going to matter. Maintenance. Let's just check on Loco. Request number. I'm just going to do simple comparisons. Let's try to... This is the episode 1 version of the site. We've got request number 271. Do we have anything new here? No new requests since last time. How different is the forum from episode 1? Let's find out. We've got a post from day 1825. So we've got several new posts. A bunch of new posts. Official, what does it be? Official facility notice is the last one. Okay. So this is where the forum left off for last time. So let's start from here and go up and try to find new information. Let's see. Taylor says, Jeremy seems to be your middleman between you and the contact. I almost feel like Jeremy is like ever present. He's like a relatively trusted person. Hey, Tracy, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Once again, everybody, please feel free to share this video to get more people in here. I would really, really appreciate that. I'd like to have as many people in here as possible. Maybe I'll even just take a hot break because we're about to dig into the forum here. And maybe I'll just post something real quick on Instagram and stuff. Trying to get the word out. You know, just trying to get the word out. Tell me what's the word up. Here we go. New thing. Open camera. Let's do it. Hey everybody, I'm live right this second on Facebook.com/TheMythTraveler. I am digging into episode 2 of Escape the Invasion's Omega Protocol. Come join me. I can't show you what's in this box though. Hey everybody, I'm live right this Send. Done. Why don't we just do another? I'm going to show everybody else. Here we go. This is what you're in for if you come join me on Facebook.com/TheMythTraveler. You can see I'm reading through all this science fiction stuff. I've got people watching live helping me out. Join me right this very second and get into a sci-fi murder mystery. Send. Done. Okay, let's read some more forums, I think. A beautiful service. I'd just like to thank Sister Ada for the memorial service last night. Truly touching words about a thoughtful and vibrant human being. We'll all miss you, Persephone. And then we've got some comments. Persephone brought a lot of insight into my studies. She was always pushing herself to be able to understand the virus. Others will remember her for her kindness, but I'll remember her for her mind. I'm going to keep pushing to fight this thing, no matter how many times A003 rejects my requests for test subjects. It's the best way I can think of to honor her memory. I, for one, can't believe that Sister Ada would politicize Persephone's death at her own memorial like that. I'm sorry to hear you feel that way, Ms. Hunter. I spoke what I felt to be true in my soul. When the wrath of the Lamb passes by overhead, and the air is free of pestilence, and the sky is clear of angels, we the elect shall emerge from the cave and inherit all things. Persephone, in her wisdom, understood that the door to humanity's heritage must never be sealed. If you wish to learn further about your place in the universe, Ms. Hunter, you are always welcome to join in on one of our meetings or speak to me in private regarding the matters of faith. The elect will always support the members of our own, especially an unrealized member such as yourself. Peace be with you. I think what she's really saying is, peace off. Peace off, Ms. Hunter. I do what I do. I do what I do. Taylor says, I suggest taking a break from digging new stuff up to digest what's already been dug up and compile notes. That probably would be intelligent. And I'm going to do a hybrid of the two by doing this. I want to take my my list of people and expand it a little more. B13. B013 is Sister Ada. I know this exists in the the literal list of people who live in the society, but let's be real, I'm not always going to be able to call that up. D98, I don't think is going to be a recurring character, but it seems like B13 is going to be consistent throughout the forum at least, so I want to make sure that I have an awareness. All right. D116 says, so embarrassingly enough, I still have no idea whatsoever how to play Cluster. Can someone please explain the game to me in simple English? They're going to explain a sport now. I do not understand sports. I think I'm going to move on. Wait. It combines pieces and elements from every single tabletop game and a pair of rollerblades. What? There are 231 rules in total, but which set of 231 rules each player follows per round depends on a few factors. You know what? This is going to take forever to write down. Come find me in the rec room. It's pretty funny. All right. D93 says, I don't want to sound ignorant, but what exactly does the lock-in mean? Does it mean we can't ever go outside again? A003, Matthias, says, it's a little disheartening to see that some of our residents don't grasp the seriousness of our situation and what our solution would entail. That being said, when the lock-in occurs, it means the door's opening mechanisms will be overwritten, magnetically sealing the aliens and the virus out of our home, at which point we would be surviving off of the food we currently produce in our botany lab. We are already at the self-sustainability point, and I am advocating for the council to enact the lock-in procedures as soon as possible. We can fill in a little more of our form. Is Matthias for the lock-in? The answer, that's a big yes. Matthias is here. Projected vote on lock-in, I'm going to add a big fat yes. A007, Special Agent Shepard Lee Oswald says, Counselor Lind, this does not seem like the best forum to disseminate this information at the facility. The council is still in negotiations about how to proceed at this point. Please refrain from using the discourse to push your agenda until the council can present a unified front. I almost feel like that is a confirmation of a big fat no on the part of Special Agent Shepard Lee Oswald. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do tilde no to represent sort of like pretty much no. Just until he literally says it, I'm going to treat everything with a degree of ambiguity, I think. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. D64. A certain courier has really been hounding me lately to give my opinion on the whole lock-in protocol the council is supposedly looking into. The more I think about it now, the more confused I get. We have a big, strong, heavy door that we can open and close at will. What would we possibly stand to gain from cutting off the option to go out into the world? C63 says, it's not about what we stand to gain, but what we stand to lose. All it would potentially take for every single one of us to be wiped out would be for an animal our scouts hunt to be carrying a mutated form of the virus. The risk of putting our scouts out into the world every month far outweighs the benefits of trying to split a trickle of scrap metal candy bars and ibuprofen. We have decades of supplies. Understood. A003, bravo. Couldn't have said it better myself. That seems a bit beneath your station, Matthias. D80 says, but what if there are still other people out there? Are you saying we should just have turned C117 away? That's us. No offense to C117, but yes. Hey, screw you, C63. Every new person we take in is at an increased risk of being either a carrier of a mutated form of the virus or completely psychotic from having spent too much time alone on the surface. Plus, we're at capacity. We have all the skilled and unskilled labor we need. Anyone else would just be a drain on our resources. Boy. B37. This is Jordan, I want to say, responding to this person. I know that it's been the policy to just throw our doors open for anyone who wanders by, but it certainly couldn't hurt us to be more careful about who we take in. Jordan says, do you hear yourself? Is Jordan on this list? No. Nope. It sure could hurt the actual people we'd be turning away. C25B37. I want to see like other names. Jordan at one point says, I resent the implication that we're just blundering around out there. Every single operation we pull off is carefully, strategically coordinated and executed with precision and professionalism. In 5 years, we haven't led anything back here, and we haven't lost a single scout. We know what we're doing. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's jump to the next one. This is C20 talking about Jeremy. Warning to anyone using Jeremy as your messenger. I know we all want our privacy, and that's why we keep certain things off the system and away from Patricia, but I've caught Jeremy several times going through my mail. Remember, always encrypt your messages. Maybe we'll get some information about how to encrypt here. D12 says, I had to tell him why going through another person's mail was a big no-no. Kids have to be treated like kids. D88, he's not a kid. He's just been sheltered all his life. He's harmless. Not so sure about harmless. You're never sure about anything. I feel bad for Jeremy. He's a really good kid, and everyone pushes him around just because they can. He just seems really lost all the time. It makes me want to take care of him. Someone says, gross. I guess no one really took the time to teach him anything except for maybe Jordan or Alosha, but it isn't enough. Jeremy needs discipline. Randall used to play chess with Jeremy. I've seen him pick that up. Jeremy still looks for people to play with now that Randall's passed. Poor Randall. I don't think he was ready to go. I want to know who Randall is. Don't feel bad for Randall. Lucky bastard got to live to the ripe old age of 96. How many of us will be able to do the same? I once asked Jeremy why he opened my mail. He said he thought it was for him. That kid looked so sincere. I couldn't tell if he was just taking the piss or not. D99 says, if you're upfront with him before giving him anything, he'll actually listen. Just don't use any metaphors. It confuses him. B37, this is Jordan again. I honestly think the kid means well. Like user D88 said, he was sheltered all his life. Considering what I've heard about him and his parents, I'm really not all that surprised. He's not dumb. Have you seen the way he plays chess? I might be more worried that he's been flying under the radar and he'll end up outwitting us all. At Jeremy, your old bag was falling apart, so I left a new one on your cot. Jordan says, wow, I love it. It's not dirty at all. No rips in it or anything. Thanks, Jordan. You're welcome, sweetheart. That's interesting. That's interesting, like, character building about Jeremy. Tighter food rations posted by Matthias. Attention all residents, due to an unfortunate combination of events, our botany lab will be growing less food over the next 2 weeks. There is no cause for alarm. Our resident botanist has already corrected the issue. That being said, food rationing will be tighter until production returns to normal levels. This feels like a big reason to... That doesn't sound good at all. Whew. D55, that's discouraging to hear. Will this be a regular thing? User B006 says, absolutely not. Just a series of mishaps. I apologize for the inconvenience, and thank you for your understanding. D21 says, at least we have non-perishables to hold us over. What would we do if the lock-in occurs and this happens again? Good point. Matthias says, that is extremely unlikely, but the council has contingency plans in the event of such an occurrence. I bet you do. I bet you do. I want to know who B006 is. I wonder if it's the botanist, and I just want to quickly tag B006 as somebody that I want to fill in later. Because B005 was Persephone, so who is B006? Possibly a botanist? Because they're a B rank person, it suggests to me that they are, like, relatively big deal-y, you know. They lied to us by D21. What the hell? The council lied to us. They told us she died because of the virus. A virus didn't do that to a person. If the aliens are at our door, we deserve to know. Well, you can't really blame them. Wow. So I guess the photo got out. This is the day the photo got out. Which is today? Or close to today? Something like that? What's today? It's a week after this. So wait. How do I get just like to home? News polls. Jeremy's straw poll. 7 days, 34 is what it would be. Or when that would be taken. Sorry. Good golly. Good golly. What is this? There we go. Whatever. Anyway. Can't blame them. Of course you can blame them. They don't want to cause a panic. The bigger issue is who leaked the picture to the rest of us? A hero. Someone who actually cares about us. Don't know why you would do this. We can't trust the council. Who can we trust? The council did nothing wrong by D110. The council was right to hide the horrific nature of Persephone's death from us. How have any of our lives been improved by knowing it was an alien attack? All it has done is make people panic and worry over something we can't control. No one likes to be lied to, but it was in the best interest of the community. All right. They should have told us I panicked because of the aliens, but to each their own. Interesting. New cluster variant. I know there's a lot going on, so I doubt I'm the only one who needs The distraction. I've been putting together a new cluster variant to incorporate the backgammon pieces Todd found in his bunk. Todd, what'd you do? Todd, what have you done? Anyone looking for a game? Whatever. Just it ends in shut up, Kenny. That's all I need to know. We should lock the doors by C63. In light of recent events, we should really consider locking the doors now. Right there with you. Being hasty. So a lot of debate about what it would mean to lock the doors and whether or not we should. Aliens, they're going to kill us all. Persephone was just the start. This is how it ends. We need to lock the doors. We need to give everyone weapons. We have to act now before it's too late. Damn, dude, take it easy. George, you're not helping. That's interesting. A004, this is somebody important. Says, Benny, why don't you stop by and see me? I'd love to talk with you for a bit about all of this. So that's almost definitely the psychiatrist, and it doesn't give me any advice about their vote for the thing. A004, am I right about that? A004, Dr. Cyril Fairmont, yeah. All right, the most recent post by Dr. Cyril Fairmont. Hello, everyone. It has come to the Council's attention that there's a lot of anxiety about these recent revelations. I know a lot of you have questions about why the Council misled the community about the details surrounding Persephone's death. Rather than continue to allow these discussions to run rampant in the hallways or here on the discourse, I think we should all gather together and talk it through. Several members of the Council will be in the cantina. I love that. I love the references. I'd love to do a reference roundup in here. At 1800 tonight, that's about 6 p.m. That's exactly 6 p.m., to listen to all of your concerns and hopefully provide answers that will put your minds at ease. I am locking comments to this post in hopes that it will encourage those of you with opinions on this matter to show up and join the conversation tonight. Well, that doesn't help me. Don't take it offline. Can I create a post? Nope. Permission pending. Okay. So, all right. So I was able to fill in some detail from that, right? But let's expand this. So I definitely want to get into Alosha's new secure version of the site. Obviously, I've really got to hack into Alosha. I think that's what I have to do next, which is going to be tricky. I think my only real option is to dig into some of the cipher stuff, maybe. Right? When you find what we're looking for, connect the USB in the computer terminal and tell Patricia Ryloth. So, let's see. See, part of what the contact wants me to find is why B005, why Persephone left in the first place. And I kind of think I know that, but I guess it's just theorizing. Okay. Well, whatever. Let's I think I have to dig into the ciphers. The cipher, well, I've also got the puzzle. Right? I can do the puzzle. The Russian is tricky. The Russian is very, 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 very tricky. Let me see if I can make any. I'm gonna do two things at once. I'm gonna multitask, which I know doesn't really exist, but I want to keep that on the screen a little bit and start to mess around with this like sculpture thing. I wonder if there is. The real thing I'm trying to do is make sure that I'm isolating when I make a basic assumption about stuff, you know? And right now I'm sort of making an assumption that that I won't be able to do this, but maybe I will be able to do this. So it seems like it's all going to spring, first things first, from the orange piece. Is my bird's eye view not working? Give me a second here. Come on back to me, bird. Where's my eye in the sky? Let's get this sucker up and running. Yeah? Okay, we're technically here. It seems a little laggy, maybe. Give me 1 second. That seems halfway decent. Okay. So I've got the orange piece here, and I assume this is going to be our center, our I don't know, the thing from which all the other connections can be deduced, maybe. And I don't know, let's just kind of do some trial and error stuff and see if I can make some connections. So I've got a bunch of the white pieces. I know for a fact that, well, there's 2 prong pieces. Like, I've got these like double prongs there, double prongs there. I'm not sure what those will slot into. Some of the pieces have like sizable like gaps. I don't see so far where these like skinnier pieces would lock in. Yeah, there are like 3 types of connections. One is this little duck beak thing. One is the stick type thing, and the other is the like socket. Which is hard to get it to register, but I think you understand a little bit. Taylor says, shape of puzzle pieces is making me think of hydrogen-carbon letter. Yeah, I agree. Atomic structure puzzle? Maybe. Should I like look up what hydrogen and carbon look like, and maybe that'll give me a place to start? The other thing is, how easily can I do or undo a mistake? You know? Okay, it doesn't seem like they like click together in a way that I can't then undo them. Do I have any duplicate pieces? That's something I'd like to know. So here I've got double connectors. Yeah, this is technically a No, they're not duplicates of each other, but they're close, these 2 pieces. 2 prongs on the top, 2 prongs on the bottom. I've got duck and stick pieces. Duck and stick. Not the same. These 2 are the same. These 2 pieces are the exact same piece, it looks like. Another duck and a stick. All right, just a double socket piece, I guess that is. Here's another double socket piece. Are these identical? These look identical to me. Those 2. I've got a stick and duck piece again. If I orient it the same way, is it the same? Yeah, those 2 are the same. Another double socket piece. I think these 3 are the same. Or maybe not. Are they? No, I think they are. I think these 3 are identical. So I'm already starting to find some like structure and some organization. Maybe now these 4 are the same. Here is a double socket piece that's teeny tiny. Here is... I might have a busted looking connector. I've got like a piece that dangles off that doesn't look like any of the others. I wonder if that's a problem, but I won't know for a little bit. Okay, I've got another. These 5 I think are the same. And then... Are these the same? No, those are not the same. Okay, so these are the pieces. I've got some which are identical to each other, some which are not. Now what? All right, Taylor, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to look up what kinds of elements and stuff are mentioned in the letter, and already it looks like hydrogen and carbon. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's hydrogen structure. What? Molecular structure? Oh, wait, look. No. Oh, molecule. Yeah. It's kind of like this, right? Oh, is each one of these a molecule? Maybe? So this is H2O. Right? It has 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. None of these are H2O. Okay, what was the other one mentioned? At least that I saw, in 2 seconds. Well, there's nitrogen, carbon. Okay. Nitrogen molecular structure. Oh, look at this. Elements and compounds. They all seem to have 3 things. Oh, I'm so stupid. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I don't know. So nitrogen is just a thing. It's just a building block. Nitrogen dioxide would be in the style of this kind of a thing, right? But it's not as if these are like little balls with lines that attach them. They're just balls that are attached to each other. So let's read more of the letter. Let's see if they mention anything more complicated. Hydrogen. Could you come by the cipher? I just ran some numbers. I want to know your thoughts. Nitrogen. Is this about the puzzle we've been ciphering? I don't know. Carbon. So they always start with, I wonder if this is like a rule. Hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen, helium. Sodium, oxygen, neon, argon. Right? It's like they always start a line with an element. Is that true on this note? No. It's not true on this other secret message. Okay. That's interesting. Hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen, helium. Let's start making a note. So this is in order. Hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen, helium, sodium, oxygen, neon, argon, hydrogen again. Now let's look for a commonality in different types of messages. So hydrogen is this person's handwriting. Could you come by and then there's English letters in possibly a cipher. And then in this hydrogen letter, I'll head over once I finish updating my English letters. Well, I guess they're always English letters in a cipher. Have you ever thought what you're going to do? Well, here's something interesting. Could this just be traditional like code breaking, which I've had to do before? Like, should I be thinking about the fact that I'm getting a double Z in here? Let's go. I don't want to make this insane to read, but I'm going to make this red. This is going to be Willy handwriting. Not handwriting, but whatever. Is this about the PZZBL? We've been KPZJBZZPUN. So look at what letters occur when. We've got double Z's twice, meaning that there is a very decent chance that is either, it's definitely a vowel, almost definitely a vowel. I don't want to say definitely. But it's probably an E or an O. You don't get double A. A-E-I-O-U. You don't get double I's. You don't get double U's. So it's probably, I'm going to guess, an E or an O. And if I can crack this, then I can start to crack the rest of it. So let's see. And P occurs a lot. So it might be a fairly common letter. So let's say, well, now it says P. I'm going to assume it's E. And the context I can use as well. Nitrogen, is this about the blank we've been blank? I'm going to say, no, never mind. I was going to say, the context of this sentence, nitrogen, is this about the blank we've been blank? It feels to me like that would end in ing. But I don't think that's right. Because that would mean that P is I. And that would mean that this would be I something something. Well, maybe this isn't a vowel. let's go back to assuming that we don't know what that is. I feel like this ends in ing. Where would that take us? That would mean that all P's are I's, which means that all U's are N's. I don't have another example of that. And all N's are G's, and I don't have another example of that. What are double consonants? Is this about the... We can also start thinking about, like, what are some things we know that they might refer to or talk about. And if it's Alosha talking to Layla, and Alosha is all about cybersecurity. Hacker? How are they referring to us? Are they referring to an attack or to a hacker? ATTAC. How do we feel about that? PZZBL. ATTACK. What am I talking about? No, that doesn't make sense. It's so stupid. I think I have to expand. I think I have to get a little more complicated. T is a double, but I don't think it makes sense. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Well, first message. Hydrogen, could you come by the cipher sometime tonight? Capital C, capital M. It's a place, obviously. It's a 6-letter space 3-letter place. What examples of places do we have here? Are they always using the same cipher? Am I also overcomplicating this? Do we maybe have, in the stock market exchange thing, or black market exchange thing, some information? Although, I gotta say, this looks like it might be for a different cipher to me. Look at this. Black market exchange rates. One rare cluster PC equals 111 something rations. And then look, we're going to have another thing to solve where there's a lot of like 111 talk. So maybe black market, I think black market might be the clue for solving that. Is there anything else on the envelope? Date. All right, I'm going to earmark that. That's for the other thing that we have to crack. I think we might be dealing with a relatively simple cipher. And we also have ciphers in this letter. Where do the ciphers begin? I've told you many times now, Layla, I will never see Patricia in the way that you do. I do not understand all this. Treat her right, and she has feelings. It is you who needs to stop. Be here in the real world with us. As for other more pressing concerns, Witter Shins. Now that could just be a cipher. It feels like a word because it's... who's unlucky? Is unlucky, but has its uses. Oh! Is there any chance Widdershins is a type of cipher? Only used once. Widdershins is unlucky, but has its uses. Second to last cipher in a Alosha letter could be share, as in share our concerns. That's interesting. I'm going to look up... I know this is stupid. Widdershins. Widdershins is a term meaning to go counterclockwise, to go anti-clockwise, or to go left-handwise, or to walk around an object by always keeping it on the left. Literally, it means to take a course opposite the apparent motion of the sun viewed from the northern hemisphere. So is this a type of cipher? I think maybe I need to look up like Widdershin's cipher. Secret cipher. Secret cipher of the UFO knots? This seems like a big wild goose chase. Why am I in this? Why did I even click on this? It should have seemed apparent from the get-go that this was not right. All right, whatever. Widdershins. An excerpt. Boy. Well, I think we're like on to something kind of, sort of. Because it means to go counterclockwise. Which means something. It might mean here, are they giving us hydrogen is the clue to this cipher. Nitrogen is the clue to this cipher. But these would be a lot of different directions, right? Hydrogen, nitrogen, helium, sodium, oxygen, neon, argon, hydrogen. How many different things are mentioned here? Hydrogen, nitrogen, helium, sodium, oxygen, neon, argon. There's seven different sets of direction. Hydrogen has 6, 7, 8 letters. Nitrogen has 8 letters. So it's not about the amount of letters in the word. I thought maybe it would be like, a 7-letter word means go left 7 letters or something like that. Widdershins. Widdershins is unlucky, but has its uses, only used once. I think I've also seen something. Someone's been going through my things. No one will ever blank. No one will ever blank from blank. I will blank it, secure it, lock it. I never blank. Statistically, blank should be blank. Statistically, it should be easy. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking kind of stabs in the dark, but I don't know. I'm trying to use my loose, dumb person instincts. Let me see. Let's get another cipher thing going over here. Oh boy, Widdershins is unlucky, but it has its uses. Only used once. I have also seen something. RSQZM FD NM RXRSDH. I have my RD. Never mind. HQDSR. R and S are getting a lot of play. For a reason, I know someone has been going through my things. This HMENQLZSHNM. I keep RZED. So no one will ever CDK DSD, possibly. No one will ever DQZRD from GHRSNQX. I will OQNSDBS it with LXRDBTQHSX. Several words ending in X now. I'm looking for trends, I should say. I never BZTF GS GHB. Statistically, it GD should be CDZC. So that last word begins and ends with the same letter, but you never know. Do not trust statistics. Unlucky and statistics. I once thought it was you. Maybe it was HURHEDINN. You and the rest of the council QDIDBSDC. My concerns. Is our friendship for nothing? Tell me HZLVQNMF. This isn't good. This isn't good. He thought there was a chance that Jeremy would just break this? Don't read my messages, Jeremy. I don't want you to know that I'm saying I have also seen something blank, blank, blank.
Two-letter words on or in, it or if. Two. I have my blank for a reason, so I'm going through my things. This. So no one will ever blank from blank. I will blank it with blank blank. I never blank blank. Statistically, blank should be blank. We never know. Statistically, it should be safe. No, statistically, it should be. I'm saying it now. I'm instinctively referring to this GD as it. Or it could be he. GD, a three-letter word, G is at the beginning of it, and a two-letter word, G is at the beginning of it. And this three-letter word ends a sentence. I never blanked. I think it's he and her. I think it's he and her. But that can't be right because then this word, the second to last letter would be an H. Statistically, he should be dead. D-E-A-D. He, H-E. So D's are E's. This word is dead. D's are E's. He, her. No, because this is not an E. I think that's right. Statistically, he should be dead. I think is correct. Oh my God. 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 Morgan! Hello. Morgan created this. Morgan wrote Earthbreak, the podcast. Morgan says, what is the opposite of widdershins? I guess that would mean going clockwise, right? Do I need a big ridiculous word? Is there a word that's silly that's like widdershins? I'm going to look it up, but I want everyone to note, in case I'm right, that I just sat and meditated and I think I found out that part of that said statistically you should be dead just by staring at the letters. Widdershins. In Scottish folklore, sunwise, Diosel, or sunward, was considered the prosperous course, turning from east to west in the direction of the sun. The opposite course, counterclockwise, was known as widdershins. Diosel. So what? I've got numbers. Clockwise, this is Diosel. And this is widdershins. Right? So, by staring at these things, I remain confused. Morgan said I just got scared my name was shouted. Sorry, I feel like I've been like
I feel like I haven't even been blinking. My eyes are like in pain. I feel like I've been staring at nothing, just thinking about letters and ciphers. Oh my God. So I'm right? Morgan says, yes, how are those shifted? So I got it right, but now I have to figure out how I got it right. As per the game. I was never good at showing my work. Let's see. Chillin says, I think Widdershins is referring to the puzzle nitrogen carbon. Now I think because of Morgan's suggestion that it is about this cipher, but I might need to understand why it's associated. Even though I kind of think now I can break it. I am officially at a part where I feel I can break this. Morgan, should I break it or should I figure out the right way to do it? I will let you decide. And until you answer, I'm going to continue breaking it. Because I feel like I had something of a breakthrough. So let's see. I'm going to copy this just to get a text box going here. I'm going to take all this. This is going to be the first word that I had solved. Screw it. You know what? I want the first official word that I will have solved on here to be the word dead. And I want to put it right on the word dead. Statistically, he should be dead. And I'm going to set up the method. Taylor says, so the word you feel is dead. Some of the letters are not shifted. So the opposite thinking than normal with code breaking. I don't know. I think my brain's already fried. I don't know if I can comprehend that. Morgan says both. Morgan wants me to both break this and figure out the proper way. Okay, I will attempt to do that. So C to D has been shifted once backwards. So it's gone Widdershins back one. Same with E and same with A. So everything is a letter before what it should be. So it's Widdershins 1, but why would I know that it's 1? You know what I'm saying? So can I read this now? Because this would be STPQR, STRAN. This is the word strange. I can just kind of read this now. So everything is back 1. It's Widdershins 1. This is the word strange. I can kind of sort of read this, right? STRANGE. Correct. MN. No. LMNOON. This is the word on. QRX. WXYZ, I mean. So this is SY. S, Y, are these V's? What are these? System. I have my, I'll put this next to it so it doesn't get crazy. S, A, B, C, D, E. Is that an H or a B? C, P, Q, R, D, E, S, T, R, S. I have my secrets for a reason, and I know someone has been going through my things. This HINFORMAT HION information. Sorry, I feel like my eyes are burning. SAFE. So that no one will ever, no one should ever, DEJKLETE. No one will ever delete. No one will ever ERASE from HISTORY. This is really looking like crazy ramblings to me. Look at all, I can't even read the letter. I can only see the red text boxes LMNOPROT D A B C D E C T. Protect it with my life or something. Protect it with my is this doubled up? This doesn't need to both be here. This needs to be easier to read. My SECT RITY. Protect it with my security. I never. What? ABCAUGHT. I never caught him. HIM. Yeah, I never caught him. Statistically, he should be dead, but you never know. Do not trust statistics. I once thought it was you. That maybe it was HINSIDE inside HIJOB. It was inside job. You and the rest of council. Oh my goodness. Very, 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 very close. QRDEIHIJECTE. Rejected. You and council rejected my concerns as our friendship for nothing. Tell me I am wrong. Yeah. Tell me I am wrong. All right, so this is one of the ciphers down. Oh, okay. Let me read this and then I'll turn to the chat. Make sure I can read it. I have also seen something strange on system. I have my secrets for a reason, and I know someone has been going through my things. This information I keep safe, so it will. So no one will ever delete. I keep safe so no one will ever delete? What? So no one will ever delete. No protect? Oh my God. What have I done? No one will ever erase from history. Will protect it with my security. I never caught him. Statistically, he should be dead, but you never know. Do not trust statistics. I once thought it was you. That maybe it was inside job. You and rest of council rejected my concerns. Is our friendship nothing? Tell me I'm wrong. Okay. All right, Alosha might also, somewhere in here, give a reference that can be used to access the new secure version of the site. You know? I believe you, says Layla. Then let's... Is this the same thing? Why does this look... Okay. Then let's... Okay. Element OP... Is this a B? What? I mean, this is not right. What I'm presently typing is not right. What is this character at the end? An N? This isn't right. B-U-R burn. That seems correct. A-F-T-E-R burn after reading, right? R-E-A-D burn after reading. Alosha. Then let's mystery word. Is this where I have to start learning Russian? No. Now what do I do? What is a boy to do? Now what do I 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 do? Hydrogen. Could you come by the... All right, let's see if this is the same. D, element of P. No, because it would be DQV. DQV. DQVCPA. This is not the same cipher. Maybe nitrogen means that it is to go the opposite direction. B, LMNOP, BO, STU, BOT, BOTA, Botany Lab. This says Botany Lab. It's the same kind of cipher, but it's now going in the opposite direction. Now my trick is to figure out, why is it going in the opposite direction? Botany Lab. That is that word. Hydrogen made it go different. Hydrogen made it go the other way. It's Ukrainian. Thank you, Morgan. Taylor says, got to duck out near 1 a.m. Brain is fried. Good luck. Thank you, Taylor. Have a great rest of your night. Nitrogen. Is this all about the... Okay. Element O. Y? Probably not. Is it a double A or a double Y? But neither one of them seem correct. Is this about the element OP? So it's either an O or a Q. If it's an O, then it's a Y. So it's about the O... Oyak? That's not right. So element of PQ. So it's QAA. QAACM? That's also not right, right? That's also not right. So now it's different. So this means, so hydrogen sent it back one, sent it Widdershins 1. And Morgan says, yes, hydrogen is different than nitrogen. Thank you. Hydrogen is different from nitrogen because hydrogen has one schlemiel. Nitrogen has two schlemazels. What? Okay, hold on. Hydrogen has one atom or it's the first. Yeah, what is the one about this? It's the atomic number is 1. Nitrogen is 7. Does it still mean go back? Go back 7? This is where I need an alphabet. I should have been eating my alphabets. Hey, my brain is fried. HIJKLMNOPQRSTUVWXYZ. Okay. Only if you want to. It's not doing laundry. So P, let's try to go back 7. So I'm on P. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've shifted. So is it H or I? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. So it's either H or I. Now I'm on Z. What did I do? What am I doing? Cursor on the left of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's in between H and I. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, it's between R and S. So we've either got a double S or a double R. Huh? Oh, interesting. Maybe not. H-I, and then to a double R or to a double S. Probably a double S, right? Probably not H double S. It'd be I double S. ISS, and then 7 back from B. So what's happening to me right now, Al, is that there is a puzzle wherein you shift the alphabet back or forward according to elements from the periodic table.
Okay.
Now the
Shift it 1.
hydrogen is 1,
Okay. Yeah, I know.
nitrogen is 7.
Okay.
So I'm shifting this word, PZZBL, shifting it back in the alphabet 7 times.
You want an Excel?
So far, no, I just want to,
Okay.
yeah, try to do it. So, and then B, I'm going to shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
First one, say.
Wait.
Sorry.
Don't.
Sorry.
Issue. This is the word issue.
Okay.
Almost definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the word issue. Okay. The first one was going back 1 because of hydrogen, so it said botany lab.
Okay.
But now this word is going back 7, so PZZBL became issue.
Issue. We've been
Yes.
discussing or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So
It is discussing.
So I've got this. Now I need to know, to think ahead, what number is carbon? Just to get ahead. So K, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I, yeah, I think you're right. It's discussing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it.
6 is carbon.
6 is carbon? Okay. Now, so far it's always been back. Is it always, always, always back? How many did you say? 6. So O, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It. It is. Are these first 2 words?
Okay.
Shorten these. So that it doesn't jump my screen over every time I do. A lot. But the rules
Send me
constantly
pictures
change.
And I'll make you an Excel sheet upstairs and then I'll send it to you.
Really? Do you think that I'm going to race you? You know that, right? I'm not going to stop? Or do you want me to move on to something else?
I mean, you can keep going. I'm going to do it faster.
You think you're going to do it faster than me?
You gotta send me the file.
All right, the game is on. I'm sending this to Allie as well. Allie is an Excel whiz. Allie is going to race me to try to see if she can solve this entire thing before I do. All right, the game is afoot. The game is a bunch of feet. The game is like 50 feet. All right, page 1, P&G. Page 2, where? Page 2, P&G. Okay.
Did you send it to me?
It's about to come through right now. I had to resave them as new files. Allie and attach. Page 1, page 2.
Alright, I gotta stay upstairs because my charger's upstairs.
Oh no. Okay.
Do you want me down here?
I don't know. Just do whatever is comfortable with you. You don't have to do anything. All right, sending them right now. Thank you. All right. Now we've got a challenge. So now I have to. Okay. All right. Shit. So wait. Okay. We've been discussing. Hold on. What did I do? Carbon. It is. It looks like it's. Oh shit. I don't remember what she said about carbon. O to how many to get from O to I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 back. So K, KBKT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. EVE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even. It's the word even. It's the word even. It's the word even. If she beats me, I will be both happy and sad. All right. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. W. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. WO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. WOR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even worse. Back 6 from Z is a T. Hold on. I can hear her walking up there, which means she's not in front of her computer yet, so I've got a little more time. N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. H. A. Then. Than. What is C? We don't have C yet. Worse. Even worse. C is W. We. Z is T. Than we thought. T. H. O. Where's the A? U. G. H. T. Yeah, definitely worse than we thought. All right, hydrogen. So this is just a oneer. This is just a simple oneer. Right? Updating my... Okay. Let's go ahead and erase all that stuff. So S back 1 is R. F back 1, E. Q becomes a P. P becomes an O. What is that, an S? R? Report? O. What? Wait, before... Yeah. No, this is right. On. U, T, I, H, F, E. On the. W is a V. Was that a J? I? R? What? This doesn't seem right. Virus? Virus. Report on the virus. Have you thought about what you're going to do? I have thought about what I'm going to do. J becomes an I. F. X becomes a W. E. If we are S. R. I. G. H. T. Have you thought about what we're going to do if we're going to write? Right. Helium. 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 2. Helium's a double. A deuce. Drop a deuce on this helium. Here we go. Helium. For a 2 spot. Helium. I. M. U. Immune? 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 Immune or not, I wouldn't. N. L. A. U. 2. S. I wouldn't last. Yes. A. Is that an F? Yeah. D. A. I wouldn't last a day. A day. Out. Right? Out. T-H-E-R-E. I wouldn't last a day out there. There are plenty of residents who wouldn't either, and those people will... They're going to PGGF themselves, if you know what I'm saying. P. N. G-G-E-E. What? D. They will need... me. They will need me. Really making some progress. Al's awful quiet up there. H. E. R. They will need me here, but I want to ask you to just go ahead and extend this. U. S. V is a T. K is I. E is C. Stick. A. Round. But I want to ask you to stick around on my account. Sodium. Here we go. We're in a race. Christy says hi to Allie. Sodium is 11? Oh, no. Okay. Where am I? What's happening? Okay. We're all the way on the right now. All right. 11. I won't ask you to MCP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. BR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I won't ask you to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Breathe. I won't ask you to break, right?
I won't ask you to break. D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Secret. Am I guessing? Or should I be doing that? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's definitely not secrets. The letter doesn't repeat. I don't remember how far I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Security. Protocol, maybe? PROTO? No. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But it does start with a P. C would be 2 beyond this. 1, 2. O. A would be 1. No, it is protocol, right? PROTOCO. No, it is protocol. And I want to ask you to break security protocol on mine. But I need to know more before I can make a decision about the... Got an idea for a show called Cipher Race. We just race to break some ciphers? It's that simple. All right, G, we haven't had before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. V. About the VT. God, we haven't had T before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. TI. VI. Sorry. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. VRR. I did something wrong. F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is something that Excel would not screw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. About the virus. Right? I'm making an assumption, but I'm going to go with it. About the virus. The Q. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The fact. Now F. These 2 Z's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The fool. Right? No. Oh, couldn't be L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The food. A is P. F, I think, is U. Why did I see a J? The supply. That may not be an A. I guess that's a D. Yeah, that's a D. The supply and about. Last word for this one. Good God. A is P. P is E. C is R. D is S. P is E. S. Do I have an S? I don't have S yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Persephone. And about Persephone. Next. Oxygen. I understand all that matters is that this. So let's see what oxygen is. 8. Oxygen is the ocho. Okay. 7, 8, so this is a Y. This is probably your P. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. HERE. I'm going to guess. Yeah. Yep. All right, V. Here now. I don't know if I'd be doing any of this without you. S. I. SIM. Simone? Wait a minute. This is not... I thought this was between Alosha and Layla, right? Neon. I'm sure the... All right. Ten. I'm sure the... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. R. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The root. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. E. You're done? I was close. What? Allie said she was close and her computer had to restart somewhere in there. Can you just send me whatever you got? Okay. I was close. How many words away was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was 3 messages away.
Okay.
I was 3 messages away, Al.
All right. Well, I know.
Your method was more efficient than mine by 3 messages.
Okay. Well, if I started with at the same time, I mean, yeah. Anyway. Okay. What do you need?
I need tell me what you got.
So, for sodium, I won't ask you to break security protocol.
I want to ask you to break security protocol.
Yeah, I've got all of it. It's just hard to read all in one thing.
Yeah, I think that's actually page 2.
Yeah, I did page 2. I didn't do the page 1 because you'd already done it.
Oh!
Well, if I'd sat there and typed it out, I would have done it.
She didn't do page 1. Then let me read it to people real quick. In order. Could you come by the botany lab sometime tonight? I just ran some numbers and I want to know your thoughts. Is this about the issue we've been discussing? It is. It looks like it's even worse than we thought. I'll head over once I finish updating my report on the virus. Have you thought about what you're going to do if we are right? Immune or not, I wouldn't last a day out there. There are plenty of residents who wouldn't either, and those people will need me here. But I won't ask you to stick around on my account. I won't ask you to break security protocol on mine. Sorry, go ahead.
I won't ask you to break security protocol on mine, but I need to know more before I can make
a decision about the virus.
The food supply, and
about the virus, the food supply, and about Persephone.
Here, I actually have...
About Persephone. Got it.
Okay. I have the next couple of things. I'm just going to read them.
Okay.
I understand. All that matters is that you're here now. I don't know how long I'd be doing any of this without you, Simone.
Right.
Okay, now I need you.
Okay. I'm sure the root vegetables would manage just fine without me dropping in to be morbid all the time.
I'm sure the root vegetables, they they hid the word root vegetables. All right.
Joking now.
I know they're joking, but it's like they had to secretly hide the word vegetables. Okay.
That's not what I meant. I know.
Oh, that's not what I meant?
That's the next one. Argon.
That's not what I meant. And I know.
I know.
See you soon.
Do you want me to send this to you?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I don't know. If it's
Thank you. I was very close. You had to do a reboot, and you started after the stuff that I already solved. For efficiency's sake, I'm not saying it as a criticism. I understand the efficiency. But I was still close. Using dope force. Using the dope force method.
the dope force method. If I'd been able to start at the same time as you, it would have been like, bing, done.
Well, maybe you'll just have to play this with me sometime. Maybe.
I sent it to you.
Thank you. By just staring at a cipher before I started to crack it, by the way. I'm like very proud of it. I was staring at it.
You've been playing that game.
What game?
The game with the ciphers.
Oh, the cryptograms game?
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of cryptogames. What?
It must help you.
I'm sure it helps me. But still, I cracked a cipher by just staring at it enough.
I'm not saving that file.
That's fine.
I just sent it to you.
You don't need to save it. All right.
Is there another one?
There actually is, and it seems massively more complicated, and I'm not sure even how to begin. There is another. It seems to be all numbers. Do you want me to send it to you just for fun?
Sure.
Are you taking a break? Allie and I are getting ready for Thanksgiving. We're having both of our families over for Thanksgiving. And Allie's been like cleaning and prepping the house, and I've been solving a sci-fi murder. Here, I'm gonna send you these in case you want to mess with it. I'm gonna just call them page 3 and page 4 for the sake of ease, if that's okay with you. Page 4. And I think this is the way to crack it, but I'm not sure about that. Cracker.png. All right, I'm going to send these to you right now.
Okay.
I genuinely have zero clue where to start with this, aside from the fact that I think there's a bit of writing on the outside of a folder that purports to be a black market like exchange rate, and I believe that is the key for solving the page 3 and page 4 ciphers, as I will refer to them in the email.
Okay.
And send. Okay, I'm going to talk to people on the internet now.
I get it.
Okay. So what I think I understand from these cracked letters are I could have sworn that this was still Alosha talking to Layla. Obviously, that is not the case. I'm going to refer to these two people as whoever's written in bold and whoever is not written in bold. Person in bold is obviously Simone, called out by name. Simone associated now with root vegetables. I'm sure that we could confirm this by looking at the personnel log on the NACS site. Is Simone one of our top muckety mucks? No. So let's go to personnel files, resident directory. Let's see if I can just quickly find. All right, Simone Thomas is B12. And I'd be willing to guess that B12 does something with root vegetables, whatever. Anyway, B12. Well, why don't I just fill that in on my like list of who our characters are. B12. They're so complicated, aren't they? Simone, do I have any hints as to the identity of not bold? They say, can you come by the botany lab?
Sorry.
Which certainly...
Go ahead. Sorry.
What's up?
I was going to ask for help. What you know about this.
Oh, I mean, I genuinely don't know anything. I can tell you that the crazy complicated cipher, the back and forth writing, was found in the envelope
that I sent you a picture of, yes.
So this thing you think is... Okay, I kind of see what's going on.
Now, it looks like they might be...
Rates for things.
Yeah.
So the exchange rates are going to be the explanations of what these are.
I'm also thinking maybe every 3 symbols is something. Because it looks like everything is kind of divisible by 3. Or there are, maybe not divisible by 3.
3 in sets of 3?
Yes, I think it's sets of 3. So, for example, at the top of this page, asking the correct initial questions, 089111117, I think is 9 digits. So, therefore, I think it's a 3-letter word. But I literally came up with that just now. So, I don't know. Okay. Thank you, honey. So,
Oh, it's ASCII, which is an internet language.
Oh, it's ASCII? Which people use to draw stuff? It's all ASCII?
Yeah, because the first letters are okay, I'll work on it.
Okay. So could you come by the botany lab sometime tonight, which suggests that the person not in bold has something to do with the botany lab. Can you come by it? Tells me that they're probably typically there. Is this about the issue we've been discussing? Is Simone talking? It is. It's even worse than we've thought. Have you thought about what you're going to do if we're right? I wouldn't last a day out there. People need me here. I won't ask you to stick around on my account. Could this be... No, it's not Persephone. No, this takes place after Persephone. They reference Persephone. Simone says, I want to ask you to break security protocol on my account, but I need to know more before I can make a decision about the virus, the food supply, and about Persephone. I understand all that matters is that you're here now. I don't know how I'd be doing any of this without you, Simone. I'm sure the root vegetables would manage just fine. Wait, how would I be doing anything of this without you, Simone? I'm stupid. Simone doesn't have something to do with the root vegetables. The person not in bold has something to do with root vegetables. I am stupid, Al. I'm a stupid fool. All right, so whoever is associated with the botany lab is the person in this letter. I'm just going to make that. I'm literally going to write that at the top of this. I'm sure I can figure it out. Whoever is associated with the botany lab and tasty veggies is the person not in bold. Bold is Simone. So these are scientists, possibly, at least one, and they are trying to figure out stuff about the virus, which we know now that Persephone kind of cracked and lost her life to figure out. Asking the correct initial questions. Well, Al's on this. So what do we know about Alosha? This word I still have to figure out. Burn after reading. Then let's burn after reading. And Morgan in the chat said that language is Ukrainian, which tells me something or other. Something. If we're not proactive, we might lose control. We'll lose our lives. So I've got 2 sets of Alosha writing in another language that I can't read, which are handwritten and I cannot copy and paste. And I don't know. I just don't know. What word is this? Babe? Babe number? Babe number. Ladies and gentlemen, you officially don't know what to do. All right, let's go mess with the USB drive. Maybe I'm going to need to get the other set of the volume to be able to do this at all. My computer just doesn't want to deal with this. There's a password. It's password protected. Open this in archives persephone.zip. So I need a password. I could have done this at the beginning anyway. I wouldn't have been able to open it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, I am solving.
You've got it, really?
I've got the first paragraph, but I just have to take out the rest of it, and then I'll be good.
So what's the idea? What's the methodology to solving it?
It's an SCII. It's a simple conversion.
So you're saying basically if you type out what seems complicated, it's actually just an ASCII and ASCII language, and you can...
You can break it up into groups.
Is it all in groups of 3?
Yeah, good call on that.
Really? I was right about the groups of 3. That feels good. All right, sick. Thanks, Al. Maybe that will help break the next thing. So I think what I need to do from here, I need to get into Alosha's secret version of the site again. And then I need to send more stuff to the contact. Wittershins. Could his password literally have something to do with this? Let me get this. Wittershins, and the opposite is Diosel. Let's just... I know this feels unlikely to be correct, but I'm just going to try it. Can't hurt to eliminate things. We are made of the same code. Oh, the code is Wittershins. Right? That was capital W. Widdershins. No. Diosel. No. Trying different versions of capital, lowercase. You understand. Let's make sure that I'm typing it 1000% correctly. Okay, I'm now fairly confident it is not Wittershins. Let's try to get just a plain text Diosel. There we go. Okay, I'm officially fairly confident it is neither Wittershins nor Diosel. We're made of the same code. ASCII. Capital A. SCII. No.
They're all caps.
They're all caps?
If you are writing the asymptote.
Come on. All right.
No.
No. Nope. Those were decent theories, but we're made of the same code is also a decent prompt that I had not been keeping in mind. We're made of the same code. We're made of the same code. Wittershins is unlucky, but it has its uses. I've also seen something strange on the system. I have my secrets for a reason, and I know someone has been going through my things. This information I keep safe. No one will ever delete. No one will ever erase from history. I will protect with my security. I never caught him. Statistically, he should be dead, but you never know. Do not trust statistics. I once thought it was you. That maybe it was inside job. You and the rest of council rejected my concerns. Is our friendship for nothing? Tell me I am wrong. Signed, Alosha. I believe you. L. Then let's... something in Ukrainian. Burn after reading. This word in Ukrainian feels very important. Starting from the top. I've told you many times now, Layla, I will never see Patricia in way that you do. I do not understand all this. Treat her right, and she has feelings. It is you who needs to stop. Be here in a real world with us. As for our other more pressing concern, Wittershins is unlucky but has its uses. Okay. And the secret letter. Can I even just match handwriting? Whoever is associated with Botany Lab is the person not in bold. Bold is Simone, not bold. Could you come by the Botany Lab sometime tonight? Where can I see jobs? Yeah. Not every single place mentions what job they have, though.
But I wonder if it says, if like the maintenance files show who was placing maintenance requests from body labs. I kind of wonder that.
Very good question. Area, Botany Lab, B006, place this request. Urgent sprinkler automation malfunction. Water flow has started to cut off after a 3-second interval instead of typical duration of 10 seconds. I'm sincerely worried for the integrity of this quarter's crops should this continue. So B006 could be that person. B006. Shit, did I already know that? Possibly a botanist is my note. Why did I write that? Did I write that because of this? How did I know that? Where did I get that from? B006, I wrote possibly a botanist. I feel like my brain is like, yeah, it's toasty. It's rolling in circles. So I knew B006 is possibly a botanist. Possibly a botanist, close with, come on, Simone. Those are my notes on B006. Just want to keep everything in the same place, you know. Okay. Close with Simone. Close with Simone. Aware of virus cure situation.
You have a charger up here, right?
Charge port.
Like if I plug in.
Yes. Aware of virus cure situation. I'm not sure if she's still here, but Christy Spink said hello to you.
Hello, Christy.
So B006. I also wonder, I could even look here in the forum.
All right, I'm almost done with the first page.
Okay, great.
Do you want me to wait until I do both pages for this?
Sure, if you don't mind. B006. Yeah, they posted about the botany lab, but they didn't give any hints to their identity and nobody replied. B006. I want to know who you are. Maybe I can go back to the... I know how to get into the Alosha record for day 1. So why don't I do that? Let's try to cheese this. Was it little big, little big, big, little big? Oh my god, I had memorized that? That's crazy. Alright, documents, terminals, communication, case file, personnel notes. Here we go. Layla. Arrival day.
Page 3 done. Page 4.
Persephone. Anthony Whalen. B006. I got him. Anthony Whalen. Anthony Whalen. We haven't talked about him much. Yeah, what's going on? Anthony Whalen produces food, experiments with plants for potential oxygen source for facility. I like in case outside changes, it is good work. What? Previous work location, still Nax. Contracted only short time before attack to install gardens and hydroponic system. Multiple complaints about abrasive personality, no action taken. Weird little man, good worker, knows his field, good at faking smile. I do not trust him. Alosha. Fake smile. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So I also think, now thinking about it, I believe this guy must be at the center of whatever was going on with the food supply that went wrong. Simone. Here's Simone. Simone Ruth Thomas, head of biochemical research and development. Doctorate in biology and biochemical engineering, worked for government, research project affiliated with the space. That's how she knew to come here. Spouse's name, Levy Thomas. Uh-oh. I see her sneak around and use Jeremy to carry messages. I will keep an eye on her. Whoa. That's crazy. So she might be cheating on her husband with him. I don't know. He could be dead. Jordan, I'm going to read about Layla. Seems kind of keeps to herself, treats Patricia like a baby. Patricia is not baby, only dangerous computer. Not alive, it annoys me. One of first new employees during reconstruction after research identity checked out part of her teen. Current occupation, computer programmer, systems operator. Only original Patricia programmer left. That is not good. Wonder if she will train someone to take over someday. Helped create Patricia. I remember her first day, was nervous about new job. Marital status single. Family included Lafayette Woods, father, and Katrina Woods, mother. Both deceased. She also had a little brother, Malik Woods, was age 24, now deceased. Whew, interesting. My wisdom. My bow, you were God's gift to me, my brave warrior. Oh, I wonder what this says. I hadn't noticed this last time. Let's translate this. The smallest stones can overcome the biggest enemies. Wow. Skittish. Matthias is skittish, lets nerves get the best of him, claims he's better at controlling his fear, but only grave will cure the hunchback. I do not trust. Jeez. Cyril Fairmont, pretty boy. Cares much about how he looks. Funny, not as funny as he thinks. Always seems calm. I do not trust him. No known actions requiring discipline. Only matter of time. No one is perfect.
Okay. I've got you when you're ready.
Oh, really? You're good? Okay, sure.
You have to kind of read it as we're going.
Okay.
Didn't do it that way, but
That's fine. So I'll pause for the first thing, and then you tell me what it is, and I'll repeat it. Ready? Asking the correct initial questions
you were right. The population
has become far more...
open,
The population has become far more open to the...
dangerous. Oh wait, no. To the lock-in in light of recent events.
You were right, the population has become far more open to the
To the lock-in
lock-in.
in light of recent events.
Okay. So these seem like bad people, because basically, in the wake of the death of Persephone Grace, it seems like they want people to vote for a lock-in, which literally is what it sounds like, locking themselves in, though the propaganda is that it keeps the aliens out. Would you mind if we read that again? Asking the correct initial questions.
You were right.
You were...
Population has become far more open to the lock-in in light of recent events.
The population has become far more open to the lock-in.
In light of recent events.
Sorry, I just want to make sure, it'll be very easy for me to forget this. They just need a small reminder of how dangerous
On the surface.
it is on the surface.
Keep pushing for the vote to take place, and we'll all be safe very soon.
Keep pushing for the vote to take place. And we'll all be very safe.
We'll all be safe very soon.
We'll all be safe very soon. God, what happened? Good. What happened to B005, which is Persephone, can't be allowed to happen to anyone else. I have to ask, though, why haven't you placed your official support behind me, even after all this time? Your endorsement could mean a world of difference to... What is it?
Public opinion.
Public opinion. Okay. Then this next one starts with an ASCII text line.
The council,
The council must prioritize
public well-being,
public well-being. Okay. Okay. Over
public opinion.
public opinion.
We present a united front.
I understand that, but I still think. What is it?
My
My.
stance.
I still think my.
Oh wait.
Wait, no.
I still think we should present a united front. Sorry.
We should present a united front.
Yeah.
Not yet. This needs to be handled with finesse.
I'll make my stance known in due time.
If we want
Cyril and the others
Cyril and the others
to vote with. Oh wait, I think it's us. With us, they need to feel they're making their own choices. We can't railroad them.
to vote with us, they need to feel they're making their own choices.
We can't railroad them. And I just realized that there's a sign off at the bottom, so I'm going to solve that live.
Thank you. Live solve. Making their own choice. Oh, this whole thing is choices. It just goes to another line. We can't railroad. We can't railroad them. And then that sign with like a little tilde. That's what it says at the bottom. Understood? Understood. Wow, really no hint to identity here. Although we can say who's not in here. Yeah, Cyril. Cyril is not part of this message. Serial man. Asking the correct initial questions, you were right. The population has become far more open to the lock-in in light of recent events. They just need a small reminder of how dangerous it is on the surface. Keep pushing for the vote to take place, and we'll all be safe very soon. Good. What happened to Persephone Grace can't be allowed to happen to anyone else. I have to ask, though, why haven't you placed your official support behind me, even after all this time? Your endorsement could mean a world of difference to public opinion. The council must prioritize public well-being over public opinion. I understand that, but I still think we should present a united front. Not yet. This will all be handled with finesse. I'll make my stance known in due time. If we want Cyril and the others to vote with us, they need to feel they're making their own choices. We can't railroad them. Understood. So they need to feel like they're making their own choices, even though they're not. And Cyril Pharamond, isn't he on the council? So, right? Cyril's an A tier person? Cyril Pharamond is at A004. It's interesting. So they need the council, because here's why I'm really saying that. Whoever this is not in bold. Your endorsement would mean a world of difference to public opinion. Then bold says the council must prioritize public well-being over public opinion, suggesting that bold is in the council, whereas not bold is possibly not. Can I see if there's like similar handwriting? That's imprecise, but oh, I see the hint to ASCII in here. Some of the letters are capitalized. Asking is capital A-S-K-I-N-G. The correct, which is capital C. Initial questions, capital I in the middle of initial, capital I in the middle of questions. But it's handwritten, so it's like it doesn't stand out the same way as like text. But good job. You did it. You cracked it. You cracked the code. Did it? Okay, sure. Hell yeah, I'll take it. Did that have anything to do with the black market thing?
No.
So the black market thing is still.
Different exchange rate mechanism. I think you can probably confirm what things cost based on it.
So it literally is about cost?
Black market exchange rates, one rare cluster PC. Cluster seems to be a game in this world, by the way. Equals 111 surface food or that amount of rations.
111, I think it's 3.
You think it's 3? 3 rations or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There are 9 check marks. Which
9 rations and 3 surface food. 1 common cluster piece, 1 surface food, and 3 rations. 1 surface book equals 5 rations, or 1 surface magazine equals 3 rations. 1 surface
film
film equals 3
is 3 rations.
The carton of cigarettes equals, it says
MTHS.
months,
Let's black market.
keep going for 10 more days.
Myths let Matthias lets black market going for 10 more days.
If you can bring in the carton of cigarettes, maybe?
There are no vowels aside from the word rates
Yeah. And carton.
and surface.
There's other things like shit.
Everything's shortened. Matthias lets black market go for 10 more days. So
So it's a buyout.
it's a buyout to get Matthias to allow the black market to exist at all. Okay. So people are trading food for stuff. That's all this is. It didn't have anything to do with the codes. It's good world building, but it was also a really good misdirect.
But it can tell you about Matthias, too, though.
Yeah, it definitely tells us about a person. Definitely tells us something about Matthias. Holy shrimp. Al, I still have like a statue of a molecular structure, and I still have breaking into the website. Just in this box. It's crazy. And I didn't do a giveaway. I didn't do my giveaway yet. Oh my god, I'm going for 2.5 hours.
You need to eat food, though? I didn't make anything, but I can make something.
I'm okay, actually. How are you feeling?
I need to.
You need to eat? Let me see how quickly I can bring this to a crescendo. But do what you gotta do. I'm not saying wait for me.
Not eat. I don't care.
Yeah, I think I'm good for now. But thank you. Bye, honey. Thank you very much for breaking codes with me. I love you. Thank you. Okay. I'm on my own again. But these 3 things are cracked. So, I still don't know Russian or Ukrainian. Russian-Ukrainian website. Oh my god. This is wild. This is wild. This is certainly like a game which I think breaks my typical methodology of doing a video per episode. Right? There's so much here. It's wild. It's awesome. It's wild. Okay. All right, let's keep going. As long as I can still talk, as long as I still have a voice and I seem to. Let's keep dancing. All right, I want to try something. Personnel files, console portals, and we know that. Here's Matthias. Oh my God! Now looking at him, Matthias kind of looks like you could pay him off with cigarettes. Anyway, so Alosha, the new password is here. We're made of the same code. We are made of the same code. And I almost wonder, now looking back at the episode 1 version of the site, I want to see if, did he have a similar, or no, because it was based on the stars, which were obvious. I wanted to see if like there was a similar tease of the way to get in. Svetlana. Yeah, look. To breathe the clear air at night, to walk the moonlight, to see the sky, to see the stars, my love, my light, my gift, my warrior. Yeah, I'm going to translate this as well. Is this not text? Copy. Paste. 8 desires of my heart. I don't remember now. That's so funny. I had memorized this last time, and now it's not in my head. Little big, little, big, little big. Okay. Anyway, back to this one, back to today. We are made of the same code, and we've cracked several codes. But Alosha's code... Well, wait, here's a question. Here's a weird question. So now we know that this is a botany person and Simone. They're using the same kind of code that Alosha is using. Right? Like in Alosha's message, he talks about Widdershins. Oh. So wait a minute. His code meant to go forward 1. R became S. So anything that was 1 was hydrogen. But he's going in the opposite direction. He's actually not doing Widdershins. He's doing the opposite of Widdershin. But he's still doing hydrogen because it's still off by 1. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. No, this felt so right. I want to make sure I'm spelling hydrogen right. I'm so confident in this idea. Hydrogen. No, come on, Alosha. No. Oh, I was so certain. Because if he's using, Widdershins 1 or whatever, he's going off by 1. What code are we all made out of? DNA? Morgan in the chat said, what code are we all made out of? DNA. Which there are multiple ways to do the... Alright, so it's not the letters DNA. What code are we all made of? Our... What? I'm sorry for how stupid I'm being. Genetic code. The genetic code. I couldn't think of the phrase. The genetic code. It's in your genetic code. Genetics? Again, just doing different capitalizations. DNA coding. Biology. What code are we made of? Biological. Biological. No. What? What code are we all made of? I am wrong. And this letter is between Simone and someone else, but they're using the same kind of code as Alosha. And these pieces of paper were found in the same envelope. And this one's written in ASCII between two people that I don't know. Or at least two people that I can't confirm yet. But neither one of them writes the way Alosha does. Just doesn't feel like Alosha. Any DNA? And we're made of DNA. And then Morgan asked, any DNA? What? Any DNA? What do you mean? The genetic code? Human DNA. We're made of human DNA. We're made of human DNA, Morgan. I'm not wrong about that, right? We're made of human DNA. Is there a different term for human DNA? This is one of those things where I know how dumb I am. Adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. Those are the building blocks of DNA, chemical structure of DNA. Morgan, what do you mean? What do you mean, any DNA? The phrase any DNA is breaking my brain. There are different kinds of DNA? Human DNA. What code are we all made of? And then I said DNA. And then you said any DNA? Are there different kinds of DNA? There are different kinds of DNA. Are there different kinds of DNA? Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. My brain is frying. I was so confident about hydrogen. So confident about hydrogen. Hey, what? Are there different kinds of DNA?
Yes.
There are? What kinds are we made of?
What? What do you mean are there different kinds of DNA? What are you talking about?
I've got a prompt for a password which says, we are made of the same code.
Could it be like, do you have anywhere that says like G or A, adenine,
Oh.
that kind of stuff?
Oh. Maybe. Would that look like a bunch of little spheres and orbs?
No, it's letters, but I can come look.
Okay. I need help. Thank
More
you.
than one way, honey.
All right. See you soon.
On my way.
All right. I hear you. Hey. So I said, Morgan said, what code are we all made of? And then I said DNA, and she goes, any DNA? Which broke my brain, and then she started laughing at me. And then she said it might be in my possession, and then you said that it could be a series of letters, and that made me think maybe these things are built into a series of letters.
These is DNA.
That is DNA?
I think so.
That's why I was asking about globules and orbs and stuff.
Okay, yeah. These are different types of DNA.
The different types of
They're
DNA.
proteins. So what you're going to want to do is search DNA proteins. Like what do they look like?
DNA proteins. Human DNA proteins?
Are you begging Megan for
Megan Morgan? Kind of. Begging the world for help, really. DNA protein.
Those are them.
Show them to me. Images. So these will be built into a spiral, perhaps? Maybe? These do not. These look like lines and squiggles.
So they connect to each other.
These look like lines and squiggles. They connect to each.
Okay. Look up. You were on a page that had it before. Go back. The page you were on before.
I just keep hitting back because I was on something before. This?
No, there.
That? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for. So
Oh, and then each one of these things,
yes.
5 points,
This is adenine.
6 points.
See, so
Oh,
actually, I think it is this way,
oh my god.
right?
Oh, I had built them into groups before, and then I took them apart.
And then this is okay. Well, we're gonna do it together.
Oh my god.
And then this is this one. So
Oh my god.
this, see, those go together.
They
So
connected.
that's adenine and thymine.
Adenine and thymine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thymine. Uh-huh.
This one. What's happening?
I'm just cracking. I feel like I'm cracking under the pressure. Morgan says Allie is amazing.
Why?
Just feeling I'm breaking.
Okay, I can tell you breaking, honey. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
This is why you should always call me sooner rather than later. Okay, so then find ones that look like this, baby.
Wait, which,
See?
that's
This
2
one?
together, right? Find ones that look like that?
one, and then
Okay.
connect them to each other.
That's it?
Well, that's one set, and I'm working on the other set. So this is these.
We're made of the same code, and these build into a code. That's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. So,
So this one.
I think these were all the same. I'm just going to put like
Oh, they actually don't all
By
go
like.
together the same way. They have different things happening. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong.
that, and that was that. All right, these are all the same.
Okay, those are all the same. Okay, so these are little grouplets.
Those are all the same. This little guy, that's a cheese that stands alone.
Little letters on them if you look very close.
No way. They have little letters on them?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
G.
Oh my god.
This one doesn't, but we know that that's G.
Guanine.
Guanine. Oh, I had it wrong, and this is cytosine.
Okay.
So these are cytosine and guanine. No, this is different. This one says something else. T. Yeah, no, I was right. Okay. This is thymine and this is adenine. Okay?
Okay.
Now, these are the grabbers on the side, see? Oh, they're looking at my hands? I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, this is a guanine. This is a cytosine. Okay?
Okay.
Can you focus that at all?
Not anymore.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this then.
The camera's here.
Guanine on the left. Cytosine on the right. See the 3 links between them?
Yes.
Those are the same as the 3 links on the Wikipedia thing. Go look.
If you tap monitor capture.
These. Boop, boop, boop. Those are the 3 links. So, G, C, G, C. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I actually do see that. Okay.
Then this one, this is adenine on the left side here. Doot, doot, doot. And this is thymine. And if you look very small, somewhere it does have a letter on it. But we didn't need the letters. We're good. And they have 2 links. Doot, doot. It's the same as the 2 links on here. Doot, doot. That's adenine.
You'd have to move the mouse over there to be able to see.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's adenine. And that's thymine.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So let's go back. Because these little guys, I think, are the like links that go around the sides. You see like that?
Yeah.
And I think that this is like the starting one. Somehow. I'm not sure what that does yet, but
Here, I can try to put them all on the same thing if you just give me a second. Thank you.
excuse me. Sorry, I'm feeling a little sick right now, so.
Transform. Okay. So these little guys might be these things on the right.
Or the left.
There's a 3 end and a 5 end. And so the 3 end is probably less complicated than the 5 end. So they're really like this, right? Because all the connections between the ATGC stuff is going to happen in the middle. There's going to be an end and an end.
Yeah.
But since there are 5 ends and 2 3 ends,
I'm not sure if that's how it goes. I feel like, are there any other little holes in any of these to accept those? These are different from each other. These look like caps of some sort.
yeah. So maybe it's
I don't know, actually. Oh no!
it's tricky.
It is tricky. I'm sure there's some trick that I'm not getting, but I mean, the other option is to just put in the code like ATGCGC.
But that could be in any order.
It could be in any order, but there's only a limited number, right, of orders to pull a willy.
1, 2, like that. I
No,
see.
they definitely mix.
Yeah, this is definitely how those connect. But the orange one seems obviously important.
Yes, it's like a protein of some sort.
We're made of the same code, and the code is. Can you do me a favor and tell me again? You think that these in order that I'm presently looking at them are AT, GC.
Oh no, sorry. ATGC.
At GC.
It could also go the other way. It could be TACG.
Right. Okay.
These do something. But I don't know what.
I'd have to assume that this all can be built into a...
Structure.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I'm like...
Because, look, there's also an up and a right. You know what I mean? Like...
I'm just confused because these should go...
You know, is there depth to it?
I feel like the red one is really important, but I don't know what it do.
That might be the alien part of the DNA.
Maybe it fits into here. It's the same as this, but a little bit different. Or no, it fits into here, but a little bit different.
It's the only one that doesn't perfectly fit into anything.
You're right. No, it does fit into this one. Wait, what am I doing? This one. See? And this is a cytosine, I think. This is a guanine.
I think...
So this is a guanine. So this is the alien piece.
So the alien piece...
The code is cytosine?
The alien code is cytosine, because this is guanine? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So guanine might get replaced by alien.
So maybe it's cytosine. Or, yeah. Try that as the code.
Well, okay, let's do some breaking. Just to a certain extent. I mean, ATGC, we think. ATGC.
Cytosine.
Oh.
CYTOSINE. No.
Well, let me make sure I'm typing it right. Now I'm very paranoid about everything I'm doing.
CYTOSINE.
Right, I think that's what I typed. CYTOSINE with a capital.
Mm-hmm.
CYTOSINE, no capitalization. No. We're made of the same code. AT, GC.
or the G can be replaced by this alien thing. And we don't have a name for it because it's an alien thing.
I mean, we could try to build it if we think it's going to help us. We have 2 of these little connector pieces.
And the only way this can happen is that they happen vertically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so if we, one or the other, I mean, there's a 50-50 shot.
Does one fit a little bit better?
Yes, this does.
Okay, so then let's do that. And then let's assume that doesn't really fit.
Well, these continue to,
Do they?
maybe. And then another vertical. But double helix style, they need to,
We need to keep turning.
yeah.
Maybe it's only one end. Maybe it's the cap of one end.
Now, can you find a way to connect that and connect it to this?
If it was helix, it might.
Honestly, not impossible. I kind of have to hold it together, but like,
Yeah.
either way, I think it's a variation of these 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are a bunch of combinations of these 3 things.
Mm-hmm. Well, that doesn't really fit though because
Well, remember, there would be a,
there's like some caps. And
yeah.
All right. Well, I think you're on the right track. Definitely.
Well, wait, maybe guanine would be the code, because guanine is the thing that might get replaced by the alien.
But it said we share the same DNA. But what? Okay, try it. Guanine.
Guanine might be the cheese that is standing alone. Guanine. With a capital. Guanine. All right. And now we're back to just the code. So ATATGC. At GC lowercase. At GC at lowercase. At GC at uppercase. GC at uppercase. GC at lowercase. All right, now we'll do the opposites of these. Ta, CG, lowercase. Ta, CG, uppercase. Ta, CG, ta. CG, ta, uppercase. CG, ta, fuck. CG, ta, lowercase.
It could be the interaction of the two, though. It could be
ATCG.
or TAGC. Could you just try TAGC? Or TAC? Because it's the 3 that we have.
TAC. What was the other one you wanted? TACG? Lowercase.
I don't know. This feels like not enough information.
Uppercase.
Maybe this thing we should think more about.
I know. I think it's a very strong revelation you've made that the G, that this orange thing can replace only G. That feels important to me. And are we sure? ATATGC. A always connects to T.
Yep. Always.
G always connects to C.
Yep.
And that would mean the code that we share the same code. And
I mean, I have a weird.
however
feeling
you
that this
slice
is
it.
a building block kit. You could look for like DNA building block kit and see if you can find.
like see how they work.
for the sake of argument, just like it's kind of like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Actually, that works, right? Because you'd have the 3 connectors between them with one end. This looks like an end. No, they're the same. They're all the same.
Yeah, those are the same. The only ones that are 2 odd ducks are these 2.
Wait, but that could work. Right? Because they could connect the unconnected portion. So let's say that, right? And then this goes here. And then this goes here. And then this goes here, right? And then this one goes here.
Or the other one because it needs to be a little more vertical.
Well, this could tell you, though, that it's not right. If it's got an in where it should be an out.
We're made of the same code. See, but I think even if we build this,
Yeah.
the thing that we will have learned
Is that this was DNA?
is 1, that it's DNA.
Okay.
2, that this orange bunch of crunch piece is replacing guanine.
Right. Okay, I agree with you.
And that, like, I don't think
That's important. That's the
right.
The hint.
Because I think that you could right now, I think you've got AT right there. I think you could theoretically, based on the pieces that I'm seeing, which the end caps are all identical.
Be the same.
Yeah, you could make it ATGC or AT Alien C
Right.
AT. Like it doesn't. I'd love to build it because it'd be cool to have a DNA structure thing.
You put in DNA, right? This is
Like the letters DNA. Yeah.
okay.
Morgan, if you're still here,
Clap.
is it about how the orange piece replaces G? Guanine? It really feels to me as if that's the important thing to know, where the alien... What are these called?
DNA.
No, like adenine,
Oh, they're proteins.
they're proteins?
I think they're proteins.
So this orange thing could just be an alien protein?
A, T, G, C, or G. Maybe it's that. ATC. Maybe it's ATC. Nucleotides.
Nucleotide.
Maybe that's it?
Is nucleotide a code? You know what I mean? Like
It is.
2 tabs left.
2 tabs left.
See Nax left of... There you go.
So I'm going to say ATC to start.
Also, there's new text in the live thing if you want to...
Hopefully it is Morgan telling us that we're doing everything good. No, orange pieces later.
Orange pieces later.
Great!
We're made of the same code. Could it be deoxyribonucleic acid?
Nah. I'm trying nucleotide and stuff.
Yeah.
Orange pieces later.
You want to scroll down again?
It's the 3 nucleotides in a specific order. There's 6 nucleotides, Morgan.
But it's the 3...
Okay, so it's ATATCG. But a specific order. Oh,
Okay.
the 3 nucleotides in a specific order. Wait a minute. It's the 3. It's the other 3. So it's
ATC.
ATC. Or
Maybe
CAG,
spelled out.
Or TAC.
But maybe spelled out, you know what I'm saying?
Let's see if I'm on.
I know that is a downfall of this particular keyboard, but... so, adenine, thymine, cytosine.
Okay. Do you want me to type them?
Trying to make sure that I'm not capitalized. Adenine, thymine,
cytosine. Do I have a character limit here?
Maybe it should be adenine, thymine, cytosine.
Let me just try something real quick. I can't copy what's in that field, so I don't know if there's a character limit. Adenine, what were you saying?
Adenine, thymine, cytosine.
Damn it. Adenine, thymine, cytosine.
All right. In a specific order.
So maybe because of the specific order, it does have to do with the way that you build this, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe it can only be built in a certain way. Mm-hmm. Okay. I better get building.
Okay.
All right.
We'll leave it alone then.
Sorry, Booba.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Just say sorry.
Thank you very much.
Very funny.
Thank you for helping me crack the code. Oh, I could not.
You have different DNA.
I was absolutely lost for a minute.
You're good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have fun with those molecules.
I will.
Bye, Morgan. Good job.
3 nucleotides in a specific order. So I need to figure out the order. A and T always go together. G and C always go together. What was AT? We figured out ATC. AT. 3 nucleotides, not 4. 3 nucleotides. Adenine, thymine. Here's another adenine. Adenine, thymine. Let's get this going again. Because of the little loop, big loop, to a big loop. And you can even see there's a connection point, there's a connection point, there's a connection point, there's a connection point, there's no connection. There's no connection. And then this goes to a one little glob, a 3-end little glob. Right? So this might go right here. And that clicks in pretty well. That clicked in pretty well. Try just 3 letters. Morgan, is it somehow DNA and I didn't spell the word DNA right? No, you said it's the 3 nucleotides. So ATC. 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 TAC. Big TAC. CAT. Cat. CTA. CTA. Try just 3 letters. Look closer at the C. Look closer at the C. That's another T.
That's the other... No, this is not another T. No, what is this? What have I done? This is the other T. Right? This is AT, AT, Walker, G and C. Okay, all right. So this is the C. That's the C. That's the C. Take a closer look at the C. It's not a C. What? Cytosine. What's up? No.
You said look closer at the C?
And she said it's not a C.
Okay, let me look at it.
She also said try just 3 letters.
Because of the new one,
What's the new one?
there's a brand new nucleotide.
There's a new nucleotide in the world?
It sucks.
And this is how I find out?
No. But this looks like... No. It does. It looks like a C.
Who?
Try a U.
Who's inventing new nucleotides?
U.
What?
Look up a U. Like uranine, I think it's called.
Uranine?
No,
Uranine?
You know how to search for things. You know the right way to do it. DNA.
DNA.
Uracil. I think that's it.
Uracil.
I think.
Uracil is a nucleotide, much like adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine, which are the building blocks of DNA, except uracil replaces thymine and RNA. So uracil is the nucleotide that is almost exclusively in RNA.
Listen, you little bug.
Wait. Morgan said, hold on. I thought you were not seeing the G. We are seeing the G, but we were replacing the G because of the red.
It's not the G. So is it G? 3 nucleotides, so GAT? TAG?
And 3 nucleotides is still correct? 3 letters? Try 3 letters? Yeah, just try 3 letters. All right. ATG.
Relax. Good job, honey. Thanks, Morgan.
What happened to C?
I guess because it didn't have letters on it, we weren't supposed to know that was a cytosine. But we knew this was an adenine, and it didn't have an A on it.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Okay.
we'll live.
Well, I'm in.
Good job, baby.
Thank you. Thank you, Morgan. Morgan says she's dying. ATG. 119. Does anyone get that reference? Do you know what that is?
No.
All right. Okay, I'm in. What can I access? Who's a read me? Ooh.
So many things to read.
This looks like a Losh's log. Why have I seen this before?
Repeating everything twice. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Access is denied to the facility map.
Good night, honey.
Good night. You're going to bed?
I'm very tired.
Oh my God.
Go knit in bed.
Okay. All right. Bye. Thank you, honey. All right. Council quarters is active. What am I looking at? AC records. Okay. What are these? I have no headers. But 01 references A2, 3, 7, 2, and 3. I wonder what this means. AC records. Hazmat storage is... Yeah, there are no column headers, so I don't know about that, but okay. Oh, facility map, right. Virus report. DNA strand. DNA strand enlarged. So these are the kinds of things that we were building before. There are 2 connections to adenine and thymine. So I see 2 connections here. This is AT. I guess it gets reversed when you go lower, so whatever. And then this should be GC. Yeah, I'm right about that. Okay. DNA strand enlarged. Oh, and then I was right again, because now we got our bunch of crunch, which has no label. Virus report. Calling this pathogen a virus isn't accurate, but it's the best term I have for it. In reality, it's a biological weapon. A normal virus hijacks a cell to make more copies of the virus. It does not want to kill its host, as a dead host is terrible at spreading the virus. This thing does not have that limitation. Its only purpose is to kill human cells quickly and cleanly. I'm still not sure of the exact mechanism of this process, but here's what I've been able to gather with my limited resources. Once a person becomes infected, the virus inserts a part of itself into the host's genome. This isn't dissimilar to Earth-born retroviruses like HIV. The difference is that the inserted viral piece isn't meant to be replicated. Some of this getting cut off for me? I want to make sure I'm able to read all of this. Do I have a... It isn't meant to be replicated. Its sole purpose is to disrupt the synthesis of particular proteins. The inserted viral piece replaces guanine in particular spots of the human genome. These guanine replacements cannot be read by RNA polymerase, resulting in frame shift mutations, which causes the cell to make non-functional proteins. On its own, this is extremely problematic, but the truly horrifying part is these mutations aren't random. This alien virus causes the mutations in extremely precise locations. The most common occurrence I found is illustrated here. Normally, the sequence of ATG would provide the codon UAC. So it's reading vertically down. It was never ATAT. It would have been ATTA because it does it and then it reverses it. Would provide the codon UAC, which codes for the... I didn't know you read DNA vertically. Which codes for the amino acid tyrosine. Where's my stuff? That was really whiny. Okay. Which codes for the amino acid tyrosine to be added to the growing protein chain, but when the viral particle replaces the guanine, the sequence becomes ATC, which results in a stop codon telling the cell that the protein is done being constructed prematurely. This particular protein chain is involved in the regulation of apoptosis, or programmed cell death. The body's repeated failure to properly make this protein tricks it into thinking the cells need to be terminated. A human body has roughly 37 trillion cells. On a normal day, apoptosis kills around 50 billion of those cells. An infected person's body will kill 10 times that amount. The virus kills the infected person's body to kill its own cells until the body stops functioning. No symptoms present in the first 2 days. After 3 days, the infected person will begin suffering from fatigue, in some cases accompanied by nausea. Death occurs by day 5 at the latest. You're dead within a week. Based on what I've seen, I do not think a cure is possible. I doubt a vaccine is possible either. The only silver lining is there seems to be a small percentage of the population that is naturally immune, like Lynn Gellert. Given that the virus killed off between 95 and 98% of the human population, it's highly likely that any individual who arrived at NACS after the outbreak is immune to the virus. In testing their blood, I have found that their GC content is significantly higher than the 46.1% that was believed to be average for the human genome. My hypothesis is that people who are immune have GC content at or above 50%. This is higher percentage of guanine is located in non-coding or junk in DNA. If these non-coding sections happen to have sequences that match sequences of essential DNA, the virus is likely targeting these non-essential sections instead. Further testing is needed to validate this idea, although that may be impossible given the limited resources available to me here. Signed, Simone. I kind of thought this would be signed from Alosha, because this is in the Alosha section of the world. Okay. All right, so Simone did this. Simone. I would have thought Persephone, because Persephone, I think, found a way to trigger the immunity in everybody, or, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. TSS file. Data collected day 1822. I don't know what this means. Chatter collected. No chatter heard above Carmen line. Conclusion, local chatter, no hive movement. Decoding still in process. I must apologize to Layla. Okay. Frequency recorded by Patricia. It's low, standard human frequency range. Okay. Here's the investigation, the case file. Perimeter cam. So I guess we're going to add on to what we saw last time. This is part of what we saw last time. This is Patricia's body out there. This looks like a lightsaber she dropped when she died. What else do we have? ULF schematics. This is also something that we had last time. These are some of the things that we sent to the contact. So what else have we got now? I keep doing that. Surveillance entryway MP4. Access denied still. Okay. Access denied to terminal. How about documents? Personnel files. Are there any updates here? I see nothing so far. Dinner too long. Dream of glory. My wisdom. God's gift to me. Brave warrior. There's the phrase I translated before. Skittish man. This all seems to be the same. No one is perfect. Smart, good medic, kind heart will get us all killed. Waste medicine on lost causes. Naive, I do not trust her. Was paramedic at the Oregon Health and Sciences University Hospital before employed here. Personnel file. Okay. Simone, doctorate in biology. What was Persephone's job? She was a medic. That's interesting. Okay, so she wasn't quite as... I kind of thought she had the job that Simone has, but okay. Let me read. This all, at a glance at least, appears to be the same. Here's another word I could translate. Insolence. I've never heard that in that context. I admire her insolence, right? That's odd. Okay. Oh, she's got a lot of disciplinary actions. Disobeying council orders, distribution of contraband, possession of contraband, disobeying council orders, possession and distribution of contraband, disorderly conduct, very loud fight with D-47 over what she calls an entitled attitude. He was asking her to find a mini fridge on next expedition. Given 3 stitches by Persephone, treated for minor injuries by Persephone several times, fractured ulna, mild injuries. I guess because she's always going out into the world. It's interesting. Okay, so am I... Let's see if I'm ready for the final moment. What did it say? When you find what we're looking for, connect the USB to your computer terminal. Tell Patricia Ryloth. R-Y Loth. Let's see. R-Y Loth. Connecting. I'm now connected to that person. Connect USB, enter file archive password. I was kind of hoping this would give me the file archive password. Interesting. Virus report. Seemed like a stretch, but virus. Now this would be a Persephone word, right? This is Persephone's USB. So it's not a virus. I want to
trying to think back to like what we have like learned, you know? Minus 76, this is counting up. He stopped counting after day 24. And we know that Persephone would have died way after that. Should have nothing to do with this, right? BO5, Med Bay. So Persephone was in the Med Bay. Hazmat storage area. Active. It's interesting. The number in this column always seems to be... Okay, if it's a time, and I assume it is, the number in the right column is earlier in the day than the number in the left column. Without headers, without column headers, it's really difficult to... Like, I would assume that this is like room... I don't know, for the sake of argument... Room 1 is the council quarters. And the, whatever this is, the AC, maybe it's literally air conditioning, I don't know, is active. And AO2 was in here between 4:30 and 2:30. I don't know. Only A's should be in there, that makes sense. Meditation space. Recreation facility. There's like not many people in there, you know. Patricia's server room only has 2 people. Chemistry lab B12 botany lab. B12 and B6. Med Bay, Persephone, but that makes sense. Dormitory A being inactive is interesting. Lab C, same. Why are those 2 rooms not being used? I don't know. The virus report feels like it should be where there's somehow information that I can take for the password, right? Because everything else is the same right now. Terminal and documents. The documents are the same, right? Oh, wait. Well, this is new. The sermon is new, and... What is this? Okay. This is the one thing I didn't click, so let's read it. Pulled audio transcript of sermon given in chapel from 8:03 to 8:27. Again, that number denotes time. Day 1831. The sisters following has grown since Persephone Grace's body was recovered. People who wish to see the surface again are gravitating towards her message. Very convenient for her. Do not trust. I see a number of new faces in the crowd today. Welcome, all of you newly realized elect. I'm overjoyed that you have chosen to recognize your true calling. I have spoken to many of you in private already before today, and I have heard your sorrows. You hope to one day feel the warmth of the sun on your faces and hear the music of birds in the trees. You worry that perhaps even though the Lord was good enough to spare you from the plague 5 years ago, that it will return one day even more terrible than before. In your fear you entertain the proclamations of duplicitous rulers who would have you believe our place is beneath the ground, that we belong on the same level as the corpses of the fallen sealed in a tomb of our own making. Above all else, you mourn our sister Persephone. You feel as though your chances to rise to the surface died with her. I'm here to say, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Know that you're all destined to rise from the ground. It is our divine purpose. It is how we shall redeem ourselves and all those taken from us by the plague. The plague was brought down by the Lord unto humankind for the same reason as the great flood was brought down millennia ago. In our first lives, our lives on the surface, we were selfish and cruel. We tested the Lord's patience each and every day. We turned a blind eye to the suffering of our friends and neighbors. We burned no holy offerings to the Lord, but rather destroyed the bounties bequeathed upon us for sustenance and safekeeping at the sealing of the covenant. After my first life ended, I often asked myself a question that many of you have doubtless asked yourselves. Why did the Lord betray his covenant with Noah? Why would he send so many of his angels down from on high in all of their terrible glory to slaughter all that we loved?
Why, Lord, why have you forsaken us? These were never the correct questions to ask. The question that granted me true insight into the nature of the universe and my place within it was not, is the Lord testing me, but rather, am I testing the Lord? When the Lord opened the 7 seals and began a world anew, we, the people of earth, retreated beneath the mountains to hide ourselves, but we did not escape our Lord's justice. Rather, we were given a key role in the fulfillment of his divine vision. We were made the elect. To be elect is not a privilege or an honor. It is a solemn duty. A duty to live life righteously, to atone for the sins of those who came before, and to create a world anew in the image of all that is good and just. To be elect is to prevent the mistakes of the past from becoming the folly of the present. Nowadays, some members of the elect wish to shirk their duties, to throw their ordained purpose by the wayside and entomb the elect in this place forevermore. They use the death of one of their own to justify their cowardice, when her passing, in truth, meant quite the opposite. Persephone Grace is a martyr for a divine cause. She yearned to see the sun once more, and she and her wisdom and bravery survived on the surface for longer than anyone else has in years. We should all aim to one day follow in Persephone's heroic example. One day the surface will no longer mean death, it will mean life. To cut off our path to the surface is to destroy the second life we have been elected to lead. To destroy our only avenue to redemption will not only destroy our lives, it will destroy our spirits and our righteous claim to the earth. We must not let those who assert that they have our best interest at heart to use the death of a brave young woman to twist us against our own divine purpose. We must keep our hearts and our door open. Peace be with you all. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I like the pointing out that she survived longer than anyone else has. That probably throws a wrench in the works of people that are trying to trigger the lock-in. Triggering the lock-in seems to be like the goal. Making everybody get locked inside. Password. I'm still lost on this password. I haven't used the hint system yet in this game, although Morgan being in the chat is a significant hint system, which cannot be understated. What do I want to do here? I want to get the password. It feels like it's like the final thing, although I never translated Russian or Ukrainian. You know? Close some of this stuff I don't need anymore. Hopefully I don't need DNA anymore. Don't need hydrogen. Don't need this Howard Stern show clip I was listening to before. I'll hold on to Google Translate. Well, hey, let's learn what the recap system is. I assume it's escapetheinvasion.com/recaps. By the way, get your own box. Go there. If anybody still wants to get one of these $20 gift cards, tell me why you love true crime and want to solve a true crime mystery. Tell me why you want to solve a horror, or tell me why you want to solve a sci-fi, and I'll pick people and send some codes. Okay, Omega Protocol Episode 2. I'm in the recap system. I'm going to switch it back to just myself for a minute, just in case anybody is afraid of getting the ultimate of spoilers when I open this. And then we're going to be able to sort of check our work and hopefully also get a hint. Get a little tiny hint as to how to proceed. All right. And I'm in. Coded message. Oh my gosh. Look at how wild this is. Honestly, like, these series have been getting increasingly intricate, and like this must have taken so much work. I don't say that just to kiss ass. Look at this. Look at this. The encrypted files, contact letter, the reveals. Let's do some hints. I won't do the reveals yet. And let's start with system control records. Well, I guess we'll just start at the top. Why not? We'll start with the hints. This letter from the contact discloses recent events. In the letter, the contact makes it clear that they trust in your abilities to dig up information that needs your help. Look for instructions from the contact and follow any next steps. All right, password card hint. Look for a hint about the type of cipher. Handbook roll number card. Is that the blue card? It gave a type of hint about the password card. Interesting. I'm very interested by that mention of a hint about the type of cipher, but okay.
Model pieces, 12 white, 1 red. Try connecting the pieces together like a puzzle. Pay attention to special markings. So that would have called that out to me. Another hint, please. Notice the letters on the model pieces in their order. Consider where else this information can be used. Coded message hint. Elements, atomic numbers. Yep. All right, so we got those. Pay attention to the oddly capitalized letters. I only noticed that after the fact. But I did notice the 3-digit numbers thing. I didn't know that was an ASCII thing, but I did know that they were in bundles of three characters together. This message is from Alosha. The beginning of this message contains a keyword that may appear odd. Look up definitions. Yep. Please note, former prints of this document contain an error, confusing the meaning of widdershins. Widdershins means counterclockwise and is therefore considered unlucky. Decoding the words requires moving clockwise. Shift each letter forward. So we got that. What? This is just revealed in the hint. This word, which I believe is the... So we're kind of getting an answer here in the hint. Let me make sure that I'm talking about what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. Yeah. The Ukrainian word is just straight up translated on the hint page. It means discussion. To discuss. So then let's discuss. Oh. Burn after reading. Burn after reading. Sorry, I already had it, but I had put the text above. Then let's discuss burn after reading Alosha. And Layla did not. Layla did not burn it after reading. And are these, once again, things that were... Now that I think about it, I'm sorry, but hold on. We're reading things that were in the possession of... Yeah. They were in possession of Matthias? Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I see some of these things. Okay. Some of this is starting to make sense to me, like in retrospect a little bit, too. You've been provided with more information I found in Alosha's possessions. His apprehensive nature is convenient. We can use his paranoia to our advantage. I tried to ask Patricia about these covert data caches he's created, but she couldn't explain it in words. She printed these strange sculptures instead. So, because his password was DNA, she printed DNA. Just for the record. But I'm wondering now if these documents were in Matthias's hands. Did Matthias have this letter from Alosha to Layla? Did Matthias have this letter from botany person whose name I forgot to Simone? And these two people? Is Matthias one of the people writing one of these things? Anyway. Okay. Virus report. Compare the red puzzle piece of the 3D printed puzzle to the information about the virus. Is this an obvious thing which I failed to do? So it connects 3 ways there. Plug, plug, plug. Da-da-down. Okay. Does it only show up in one spot? Yeah. So by comparing it to that, I'm learning... What? It doesn't even have a letter. The red puzzle piece is Patricia's interpretation of the virus. Oh, I knew that. I figured that out. It fits perfectly with human DNA and replaces an important gene in charge of certain protein production. The report also reveals that people with a high CG count are immune. Incident report.
This document describes a series of events and parties involved. Notice the similarities between this and an online component of this episode. Wait. Incident report. Incident report. Oh, I forgot about the incident report. I forgot about this document entirely. So this was filed by Alosha on day 30. And there was this code. XF90DO53. So wait, let's go back in here. Documents. Where's the incident report? Or no, I am looking at the incident report. Damn it. Damn it. And an online... Wait, why am I... Reveal it. Oh. This document, intertwines closely with the log Alosha kept. It reveals that Agent Oswald knew to find the base because of his work tracking the cyber attacker. So wait a minute. This... Yeah, so wait, day 30. Okay. Item recovery list. Where else have I seen the items? Okay, I kind of knew this. The list proves that Persephone had taken hazmat suit number 7 with her when she left the Nax facility, and that she had a handbook with her when she died. Because pages of her handbook were shared with you, someone must have had access to her recovered items. Yes, I figured that. System control records. Look for irregularities surrounding who accessed a Patricia terminal and when. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Patricia server room. Yeah, I kind of thought this because they said that A001 was the only person who had access or who understood. But I just kind of assumed that maybe somebody else could also work on her. But A002 being in here is weird. And A002 is Alosha. That's weird, right? Is that the only Patricia room? Lab, hall, hazmat storage, dorms. Yeah, what do they have to say about this? Alosha is recorded accessing 2 terminals in 2 different places in the facility at the same time. Oh, that's interesting. I did not catch that. Someone's using Alosha's name. Council quarters, 451 and 04. Is that? I don't know how to read these times. Is this when somebody went in and when they came out? Like, did B37 go into the hall at 12:37 in the morning and walk out at 6 a.m.? I guess, possibly. How long is too long to be in a meditation space? 8 hours? Did A004 spend 8 hours in the meditation space? / maybe 4 hours? You know what I'm saying? No, this would be even longer. But okay. Field notes. Look for familiar symbols that correspond with other items in the episode. Yeah, the field notes has DNA written on it. Or like a drawn on it. And Persephone's necklace has a double helix. It's got a DNA thing going on. So, give me the reveal. The helix pattern sketched in Persephone's field notes matches the pattern of her necklace.
Next to this sketch is the word pair. Pair is the password to the USB. Show me the notes. Pair to DNA. Pair to necklace. That's tricky. Pair. Interesting. Okay, well now I know the password. Let's, I guess I'll leave the contact letter reveal 3 for last, because maybe that's going to be a big deal. Why don't I go back in time? Oh wait, well, the downloadable files. Let's go ahead and put some passwords in. Pair. Password is incorrect. Okay. All lowercase. Oh. Am I about to have something here? Is my computer just loading very slowly? Pair. Oh. And we're getting a PDF. All right. Before we see that, let's enter pair for Patricia as well. Uploading files. Files uploaded. Oh, okay. So wait, I think that is simulating the act of me giving her these files. Oh! Well, hot damn. Hot damn. Appendages for movement. Eyes. Clear film moves across them. Maybe eyelids. Are they blinking? Head? Mouth? I think. I don't know what this is. Signed J. Are there 2 different kinds of handwriting in here? I type suggests spectacular night vision. Texture ambiguous, seems hard and slimy, but can't be sure unless I took my suit off. Ugh. Jordan. Oh, so maybe this is Jordan. Went through your handbook, took some notes, and scanned this page for our private use. You, me, and Simone all know that Matthias disapproves of this study. So let's keep this out of the council's hands until we have the whole truth. Between your sketches and the blood sample Simone let me borrow, we can start making sense of these things. If you had actually brought back whole organs, or the entire body, I could be more accurate. But it is what it is. How you killed one of them is beyond me, but it makes more sense than trying to figure out how the hell you got their blood into the facility. You are wonderfully devious. Anyway, let's get started. Once I've gathered enough data, I'll release this back to you. Mouth tube, buccal cavity, leg muscle, Mulpigian tubules, heart/no heart, kidney-like organs, stomach, I'm sure, gills, no lungs, filtration system throughout body, segmental ganglion, mid-gut, stylet, virus, molecule shaped, more like human DNA. It is eerily precise, engineered. Do they live here? And then there's a thing cut off that I cannot see. Maybe we'll see that in the future. And this is written in the book, the handbook. That's cool. All right, what's the photograph? Oh. My name is Persephone Grace, ID number B005. If you're reading this, it means I failed. For more than 1,815 days, I've been putting Band-Aids on the apocalypse. I've been doing my best to keep the residents of Nax alive, but I'm losing the fight. Recently, I've started hearing whispers about a plan to seal ourselves away from the outside world. We will not survive that. So many have died, and if I'm going to save the few of us that are left, I have to act now. I've been reading over Dr. Thomas's notes and conducting a few tests of my own over the past few weeks. I don't believe the virus is a threat anymore. From what I've gathered, the virus only seems to infect humans and cannot survive for long outside of a host body. Roughly 95% of the human population was wiped out by this disease 5 years ago. The likelihood of the virus surviving that long with such a small host population is almost impossible. I wish I could do a proper study of the virus, but Matthias has banned any effort to bring a viral sample into the facility. So to test this hypothesis, I've had to get creative. Our decontamination process is good, but it isn't perfect. Some small trace of the virus should make it through and into the facility. I've been swabbing items brought back from the outside and been taking blood samples from the expedition party, and I've found nothing. This idea is just a hunch. It's based on a small sample size and isn't nearly rigorous enough.
enough, but I'm running out of time. I need something concrete to take before the council before talk of sealing the doors gets any further. I'm terrified, but I know how to get the evidence I need. I'm not immune to the virus. My GC content is too low. During the outbreak here, I was either sealed away in the med bay or in a hazmat suit, and I'm still lucky to have made it. If I left this place and the virus was still active, there's no chance I'd survive. But if I can stay out there for at least 5 days, a week to be safe, it'll prove that I'm right. It'll prove the virus is gone. This is incredibly stupid and dangerous, but I don't see any other options. If I'm going to save what's left of us, I have to try. Only one other person knows what I plan to do. I need their help to exit the facility. I won't be disclosing their identity in case I was wrong. I don't want them blamed for my mistake. I hope none of you ever see this, but if you do, know that I did this for all of us. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. Whoa. So, interesting. She actually went out there thinking that there was no virus out in the world anymore, and as long as she lived longer than 5 days, mission accomplished. So she proved it. She, kind of proved it. And one other person knew what she was doing. Is that the killer? All right, what did this person say when I uploaded this document to them? It looks like Persephone might have been right about the virus, but it wasn't the virus that killed her, so we can't be sure. She could have been infected, and we'll never know. The council won't vote to let Jordan leave on an expedition again for the time being. Thank you for your hard work. I'll wait further instructions. Disconnecting. I am now disconnected. Bam. Well, I think that's episode 2. I think that's a wrap on that. The files were uploaded on the secure line. Bam. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Well, we did it. That is episode 2 of Omega Protocol from Escape the Invasion. Man alive. That was wild. That was absolutely, crazy. There's so much that happened in just that individual episode. If you're not already, go subscribe now on escapetheinvasion.com. Man, Morgan, thank you so much for helping me out quite a few times there again, and well done. This is a crazy, crazy story with 1,000 twists and turns. Man, all right. Well, I'm excited for episode 3. But that will be in the future. That is not now. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you all so much for helping discover how we can save humanity. I am Will Rogers at The Myth Traveler on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Go listen to the Earthbreak podcast if you have not already. It is set in this world. There are honestly elements here that flesh out things about that podcast that even I have not seen, and I worked on that show. For example, I have never seen the aliens. I've never seen the aliens. It's awesome. It's awesome. There's a reference to a mouth being on the bottom, but I've never seen a drawing of one of the aliens. And it's cool as hell. It's like a weird giant lobster. All right. Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I will see you again in the future. But for now, I think we're a step closer to figuring out who killed Persephone Grace and also figuring out what is the conspiracy to trigger the lock-in. Who would want to do that and why? It's wild. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you again in the future. And until that time comes, study your DNA, learn a little bit of Russian, and as always, stay diligent. Bye, everybody.